Hello, it is Thursday, February 21st, 2019.
Yep.
In this show, this is a great one.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
This is a slap happy show happening very late at night. I'm in a hotel. The boys are back in Indy. We are FaceTiming for this thing. The sound quality is somehow good, Ty Schmidt says.
Yeah, it is good.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to enjoy today. You would also enjoy your time with our friends at SeatGeek. The SeatGeek app is the greatest ticket buying app on planet Earth.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
The entire planet Earth.
Earth.
Oh, yeah.
It's a big one.
Earth.
Not the biggest, but it's
And
up there.
space.
Earth.
And by the way, if SeatGeek was to be selling tickets on the moon, like where Buzz Aldrin and Neil Armstrong went,
Yeah. Yeah.
it would be the greatest ticket buying app on the moon as well.
Ooh, and in space.
And well,
That is in
we don't
space.
know what ticket buying apps are on other places.
That's true. That's true.
But I know from what I watched in the documentary about the moon, if the SeatGeek app was on the moon, it'd be by far the greatest app on the moon.
Yep.
Allegedly.
Whoa.
Oh,
Anyway.
man.
Don't you start.
SeatGeek is a place that searches all the other ticket buying platforms to make sure that you are getting the most bang for your buck. The best ticket prices with the best tickets for the best humans on earth from your best friends at SeatGeek.
Yep.
Use promo code PAT and get $10 off your first order. Use promo code McAfee, get $20 off your first order. You're alive, but are you living? Go live and experience something live with your friends at SeatGeek. Also, today is brought to you by our St. Patty's 2019 sale happening at store.patmcafeeshow.com.
Let's go.
Yep.
St. Patty's.
20% off.
20% off until Saturday at midnight. Win St. Patrick's Day with your friends from this small business, PMI. Store.patmcafeeshow.com. Go ahead and snoop around at the greatest St. Patrick's Day shirts I think I've ever seen.
Oh, yeah.
By far.
Easily.
I honestly think that is the case.
I mean,
not even a question.
That no water shirt is unbelievable.
It's pretty good. Pretty good. Pretty good.
It's
A lot of vitamins were used while thinking of these shirts, too.
Yeah.
A lot of basketballs were shot.
Yeah.
We have the best St. Patrick's Day shirts I've ever seen that you should be buying at 20% off till Saturday at midnight. And we all at this office also have the greatest mattress on earth, thanks to our friends at Lisa. Everybody has the right to rest. The key to getting your best rest, the right mattress. Meet Lisa. With 2 awesome mattresses, accessories, and bases for better, deeper rest. The all-foam Lisa mattress is new and improved, featuring cooling LSA 200 foam.
Love it.
Wait a minute.
Couldn't love it more.
Big foam guy.
That has a little R with the circle next to it. What's that mean?
Restricted.
Yep.
Woohoo.
Don't even think about using it.
Nope.
The LSA cooling LSA 200 foam for enhanced pressure relief for side sleepers, or rest on our Sapira hybrid mattress, the perfect combination of foam and spring for pressure relief and edge-to-edge support.
Ooh.
Edge to edge.
These are the things you don't think about whenever you think about your mattress.
No, not at all.
Because you're like, oh, I can deal with it. I can just go to another spot. You think you'll find it. But Lisa mattress is literally comfortable from edge to edge.
Oh, yeah.
Every
to coast.
square inch.
Side to side.
Lisa's back to back.
Top to bottom.
Let's go.
Lisa's mission is to provide a better night's sleep for everybody. From day one, Lisa set out to create a company with heart. That's why they donate 1 mattress for every 10 they sell through organizations that work in causes like foster care prevention. To date, they've donated more than 32,000 mattresses through more than 1,000 nonprofits.
Ooh.
Hey, that ain't nothing to sneeze at.
Legit.
Oh.
Bless you.
Legit. Don't miss Lisa's President's Day sale. Get 15% off any mattress for a limited time at lisa.com/McAfee and use promo code McAfee. That's LEESA.com/McAfee. Promo code McAfee. You also, with this deal, get 2 free pillows.
Hey, now.
Oh,
hey,
just got one of
now.
those
Hold
pillows.
on.
Is that not insane?
That's
Wait.
all you need to sleep.
Wait, not 1. 2 pillows.
Those are the
I'm not sure if it's
essentials.
2, by the way. It could be 3. It just says free pillows as well. Please mention.
Oh.
Wow. So you got to ask.
There is an S at the end. I'm assuming it's 2 because that would make the most sense for a company that's trying to make money, only giving away 2 pillows, but it could be more. I'm not sure. How's it going? Me and Evan are coming to you live from the Residence Inn Marriott, downtown Orlando. The boys are back in the office. There's 4 of them. Connor and Zito were still at the office at 11 o'clock at night doing God knows what.
Yep.
We're just hanging out.
Yeah, just shaking hands, kissing babies, the usual.
I got done with like a 13-hour day here with Foxy and the WWE. My first official day as a WWE employee.
Let's go.
right.
Hey. Woo.
Hey, good for me, huh?
Hey, good for you. Yeah, good job.
Look at me. It
Let's go. Moving on up.
Congrats.
was a long day. I mean, it was a long day. And I FaceTimed Ty. And Ty has the worst schedule out of any human possibly existing on Earth. Like, I would put his terrible schedule up against anybody on fucking Earth, honestly, because he has to edit all the podcasts and then he has to make sure that they post. And technology isn't great, so sometimes they don't post for a couple hours. So he literally has to stay up from like 2 to 5 a.m. to make sure the podcast posts, and then he has to come in and do it again the next day for either Heartland Radio or myself. So here we are at 11 o'clock. I FaceTime Ty. I'm like, I am so sorry. I just got done commentating a match for the WWE.
Okay.
Let's go.
Ty calls Nick. Nick gets to the studio. Connor, Zito are still there playing tummy sticks, and here we are live.
I won.
No, I'm excited for this.
Let's go.
So I got a convertible Corvette as my rental car.
Of course.
Great choice. Great choice.
Okay, so we've talked about this before. The WWE is very hospitable to me and Foxy. They fly us around. They put us in great rooms.
Yeah.
You got a whole kitchen behind you.
I'm
Yeah.
literally in like a little apartment.
My room too.
Yeah, Foxy always gets taken care of better than me. But.
No one cares about your room, Fox.
So
Is that a toaster back there?
what's that?
Is that a toaster?
Yeah, there's a toaster and a coffee maker.
You don't see that
Ooh.
anymore. You do not see that.
Microwave, full-size fridge, and china. We got china in here.
Whoa. Hold on.
yeah.
Hold on.
Like plates and shit.
That's a first class operation.
And in the corner over here, they even got Scotch Brite if we want to get into some dishes. Very fucking nice of them.
Do your own dishes.
So, as soon as we fly to Orlando yesterday, okay, business trip,
Yep.
big deal. Get on a plane, fly to Atlanta, lay over in Atlanta to Orlando. The Atlanta to Orlando flight, by the way, a lot longer than you would think it is.
Yeah,
How long would you think that flight would be?
Hour and a half.
2.5.
Yeah, hour even.
I'd say like an hour 10.
Yeah.
2.5. You're in the
Me and
air
Foxy
longer.
Both looked at each other right in the face and thought 20, 25 minutes. Atlanta to Orlando. You guys are spot on. It's like an hour and 10 minutes.
Yeah. Let's go, Ty.
Huh?
Me and Ty hit the nail on the head there. I was like, yeah, that's about an hour, right? One state.
That's incredible because Florida Georgia Line in my head, the band is also implied.
Right.
In my head, it's just like a short little. Anyways, it's not. So I get on a plane and I'm near the front of the plane. It's a nicer seat. It's a bigger seat, and there's less people in my area than where Foxy is. Foxy's row 46.
All the way in the back.
Yep.
46F near the shitter.
Yep.
I'm row 3B.
Well, no big deal. Yep.
So I don't like boarding planes until late. I don't understand the big rush to get on the plane as soon as your zone is called.
That's because you sit in the front.
Yeah. You don't get it with back in the 45 with me and Foxy, where you got to fight for elbow room and baggage space. All right.
So I didn't even. By the way, let's not act like I didn't used to fly.
Fair enough. Okay.
That didn't. I used to travel a lot back there. Okay. But I am not like Ty. Like, I'm not going in there fucking sharpen up my elbow. So, anyways, I would rather just sit in the waiting area than on the plane. But, I mean, that's preferences, right?
Yep.
So we go on late. Everybody in first class is already saddled up. Everybody already in first class saddled up. They already have a drink. They're already doing their thing.
Mm-hmm.
I normally show up, fuck it all up, right? Like, it's just like, excuse me, because I got a wide ass. So I definitely hit them in the shoulders whenever I'm walking through. It's always a scene, right? I'm not supposed to be. I'm a 2-star person in a 5-star place up there, and everybody knows it, right?
Hey, here.
So I got jorts on, obviously. I got one of our St. Patty's Day shirts for sale now, 20% off till Saturday at midnight. People
20% off.
Yep.
20% off. Let's go. Bye.
Pub shirt is in the top 3 currently.
Let's
Yes,
go.
Big moves.
No Water Needed is in quite a lead right now. It's one of the greatest shirts I've ever seen in my entire life. But if the pub shirt ends up in the top 3, I am gifting the pub an actual bar.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Upgrade news.
Oh boy. Pub grades.
We'll see how it goes.
Yeah, we'll see.
Still a couple more days left in that sale. Get your shit now. St. Patrick's Day is a drinking and picture posting holiday, and it's not like you want to not be the person in every single photo with the most hilarious shirt on. You don't want to be that person.
No.
No.
You want the most likes on Instagram.
Don't wear the stupid green plaid shirt you wear every year.
Oh,
Throw it
kiss
out.
me, I'm Irish.
Time for a new quality T-shirt from store.patmcafeeshow.com.
Yep, 20%
20% off Saturday at midnight. Plan now for the greatest holiday of your life.
Ever.
Okay. So I get on a plane. I'm wearing, I think it's the goat standing on the keg.
Okay, let's go,
Great
Keg.
shirt.
Let's
Great
go.
shirt.
Goat shirt. It is a good shirt. It's not getting enough love by people buying shirts.
Just wait till the video comes
Yeah,
out.
it's getting a big push soon here.
Yeah.
Big video coming out soon.
Okay, AirPods in because I'm a businessman.
Oh yeah.
Clearly.
Naturally.
So I got my AirPods in. I'm listening to a Hawaiian car cruise playlist that I put together in Hawaii for our rental car we had, Sam and I. We drove into town, which was like a 20, 30-minute drive. Okay? I'm feeling good. About to go to my first day, WWE. I sit down 3B. Okay? Last person to sit down. Flight attendant comes up. Would you like anything? Just some water. Okay, we're about to take off. Here's your bottle. I'll get you one over a week. Cool. We get into the sky. We take off. AirPods in. No communication with anybody else either, by the way. I stay in my own lane. I'm a chatty person, but I'm also an observant person. I don't mind watching people. I don't have to talk all the time. It's a plane, public transportation. If Foxy's up there, we're probably talking the entire time.
Yep.
I don't know anybody. It's not my lane here. So there's TVs on the back of the seats in front of us.
That's nice.
Lady next to me slams it on CNN. Like as soon as we get TV service, slams it on CNN. Puts it on CNN.
Strike one.
Quicker than we had TV service. CNN was on. Okay, and she's like getting, I don't want to say emotionally heated watching this on the plane. Right. I'm just bebopping through. I think I might have been writing some notes, like some ideas for like some WWE stuff or something like that. And she gives me, "Excuse me, where are you from?" question. Okay?
Oh boy.
With the AirPods in?
AirPods in.
The nerve
jeez.
of this lady.
AirPods in. Excuse me, where are you from? Older lady.
Well, how old are we talking? Like elderly or like 60?
Wrinkles
No,
or no wrinkles?
I'd say like 40, 50.
Okay, so middle of the pack.
Yeah, Gorman Todd.
Oh, okay. Oh,
that's a big difference.
Jeez, okay.
Ugh.
Gorman Todd age. That's basically the same. One just carries it a little better. One has lived a much harder life though.
You got to measure those miles, when you come to, when you're
exactly.
comparing people.
So I give her like because I got tight jorts on, I'm wearing Air Force Ones. I got this goat with a keg shirt on. I just stormed into the thing late. So in my head, I'm like, I can understand this too. But I give her like the ear thing. Excuse me, right? Like I didn't hear you. I raise my octaves, so it's like a polite. Excuse me, like
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah, yeah,
Okay.
inflect.
Yeah.
yeah, like an inflection up there. And she goes, "Where are you from?" And I said, "Indianapolis." Right? By the way, a little bit of a mental battle there in my head, whether Pittsburgh or Indianapolis.
Every time
Yeah.
I go through it, I don't know what to do.
Very happy I said Indianapolis, though, because the line that came back immediately after me saying Indianapolis, this is just a few minutes into the flight. We're talking 2-3 minutes into this hour and 10-minute flight. She goes, "Indianapolis, that's where Mike Pence is from?" I go,
Oh, boy.
"Yes." She goes, "Disgusting." I died laughing. It was a Jesus loves you pop for me. It was a dying laugh. Like I laughed so hard. I don't know if she was expecting that, if she wanted war immediately. I don't know what happened. Like I don't know what she was thinking. I watched Zach Galifianakis' comedy special one time, and he told this story about sitting outside of there was this truck, this like redneck guy sitting in a truck outside of a gas station, and 3 dudes walked down. He said, like, the redneck was like, 3 queers, you know, and Zach Galifianakis was one of them. And they laughed at him and walked away. And his whole bit was like, I wonder at what number that guy would not have said that. Like if there's 5 of us. That was the whole thing. Like in my head, like that lady, what was her plan for what did she want war? Like right there on the, like disgusting, and me go, don't you ever say that. What happens for the next hour and 5 minutes where we are literally strapped to a missile directly 3 inches away from each other? So I just laughed. I laughed very hard. And I was like, oh, so you're a big fan? You're a big fan?
Yeah.
She goes on a run about how terrible the president and Mike Pence are and like all this stuff. So my response was like, do you just live like in just the politics? Like, do you just watch politics all the time? Do you think this is why like you seem angry, right? Like I was like said that, and she laughed at that. I got a little chuckle out of her. So then we started like talking. We like started having a full conversation. She hates everything about Indiana for sure. Like, everybody hates everything about it. But I learned so much from this lady so quickly. It's like, this is why I just stay completely away from the politics. She was triggered because I had jorts and a green shirt on with kegs to think that I was somebody that she was saying was ruining the greatest country on earth. And this is a conversation happening at 35,000 feet with no Foxy around to film it. That was all I could think, is if Foxy wasn't back by the shitter right there, we have another fucking viral moment.
Oh, man, I wish you brought up space. I would have loved to hear what that lady had to say about that debate there.
You landed on the moon?
Do you think she had a triggered like word for every single state? Like if you'd have said
That's what I
Pittsburgh?
asked.
No, she loved Illinois.
Oh, let's go.
She loved Illinois. She loved Michigan. There's nothing wrong with these two.
Yeah.
You in Ohio, though, she said.
Where was she from?
Ohio.
Yeah. Where's this high horse lady from?
She's from Philadelphia originally.
Oh, that's fine.
Jesus.
Jeez. Eagles fans these days.
I will say this, though. We obviously, I'm not going to not continue to engage in this human. This is a very intriguing human to me, right? Sitting in first class, obviously a pretty successful person, lady. She had a Louis bag and stuff like that. She was a vegetarian.
Yes. Those 5-star people, man.
But we talked. I try to steer it as much away from politics as well. Like, lady, I don't know enough to get into whatever you want to get into right now. But I do know that, like, Indiana's playing Purdue right now. My friend Clayton Anderson's sitting courtside. Like, I put ESPN on.
There you go.
He's yelling at me about how disgusting I am. I was like, all right, let's just be as stereotypical as we could possibly be here. I just went straight to ESPN. In Indiana, Purdue just so happened to be on. And I was like, Indiana, look at it. And there was basketball players on the screen. And she said, I thought it was only white people in Indiana. I was like, no.
Oh, boy.
Wow,
It's
jeez.
in the pudding right here. It was one of the most insane flights I've ever been on in my entire life.
You should have dropped the, hey, look, I know you don't like Mike Pence, but you ever heard of Dan Dockich before? You should probably give him a nice little list in here.
Dude, it was awesome. It is just like, it's one of those moments where I just wish there was like, I run into the dumbest shit. Me and Foxy were talking about this.
Yeah.
These things just happen, right? The number 7 sign spinner in the entire world just pops off right fucking in front of me.
Yeah, you're a magnet. You attract these
You know what, though?
exotic,
I think
eclectic people.
Well, I think it's because I'm so intrigued by everything.
The curiosity.
You know, like,
Kill
I'm
the
not
cat.
scared to dig in. If I've had some vitamins, I will go in. I will learn some things.
Yeah, peel back those layers.
What I learned from that lady is Indiana, not a very well-loved place by people that watch a lot of CNN. I would never guess.
Well, she clearly knew a lot about the place.
I thought we're a big tech community. You know? Big tech community. I thought I work on the internet. Big-time tech guy, millennial.
Pat said he like explained to her like that there's actually a city in the state of Indiana. It's not just like all farm fields.
Bro, I brought out my maps. I couldn't get the internet, though, because we're on an airplane.
Yeah, of course.
Obviously.
You didn't get the premier internet.
Shoddy. But my maps were still loaded from Indianapolis, so they didn't load in the trip. So I zoomed in on Indy, and it was like very blurry. And I was like, see, there's buildings and shit down there.
Yeah.
There's a real. Guess what? You know those bird scooters? We got them. My friend actually broke his
Oh,
clavicle.
come on.
Weak bones.
You know those vegetables you're eating, lady? You know where they come from?
Yeah.
Fucking Indiana.
Military.
Yeah, that's right.
Central
Meat,
Illinois.
Vegetables, military. We're out here in America mostly. But I think I honestly think I brought us together a lot closer. By the end of it, she's probably listening to the show right now.
Really? Subscriber
she-
now.
Gained a fan.
I don't know. She's after I just retold the story. I don't know if she's going to stick with us, but she ended up being a nice lady. A nice lady.
What was your ending worth with her?
She had a. I asked her if she had a bag that she wanted me to grab.
Yeah.
And she gave me like, I'll get it. And I was like, of course. And I just.
See you later.
Well, I mean, that's very misogynistic of you to think that she couldn't carry her own bag.
As soon as I asked the question, I regretted it.
Yeah.
As soon as I asked the question, I regretted it. And by the way, she was a fit.
CrossFit, probably.
I should
Oh,
not
yeah.
have asked.
Big time.
I should not have asked. I should have asked. Man, what a good convo today, boys.
Yeah.
What a
Oh,
convo.
yeah.
Hey, what a convo. Yeah.
People say, you know why we like podcasts? Because we like good conversation. Today, we're having one.
Oh, big time.
yeah.
And you know, when men and women upgrade their tattered, outdated, multi-pack bullshit underwear to Tommy John,
Bullshit.
Yeah.
Bullshit.
the most comfortable on the planet,
Planet.
Earth.
they have a lot to say about it. Like Scott, who's happy his double agents are no longer going rogue. Or Melissa, whose Tommy Johns are so light and comfortable, she worries she'll forget to pull them down when she goes to the bathroom. Point is, men and women all across America are crazy about Tommy John.
Oh, yeah.
Both of them.
I'll tell you what, Melissa, that's a wild scene there for Melissa.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta go to the bathroom. You might as well check if you have underpants on.
Missy's a
I think
freak.
Melissa might have pissed her pants and made an excuse. This is like, it's like pre-cum, I think.
Yeah. Well, if you're gonna piss your pants, Tommy John is the one to do it.
I don't know. No, probably not.
Pissing pants.
Might be.
Peeing your pants
Melissa
is
almost
cool.
did because Tommy John were so light and comfortable, she didn't even know they were on.
Exactly. That cool.
Both Tommy John men's and women's underwear sport a no wedgie guarantee, comfortable stay put waistbands,
No
and a range
wedge.
of that are luxuriously soft and designed to move with you, not against you.
Oh,
Perfect.
Aerodynamics. I think that's how it works.
I just don't think that is accurate.
That's on me.
Plus, Tommy John has dress shirts and undershirts that always stay tucked, ridiculously soft loungewear, and go anywhere apparel that's versatile enough to go from boardroom to boxing class.
Boardroom to boxing.
I'm here for the Pam Pam thing. Tommy John is so sure you're going to love their fit and feel that it's all backed by the best pair you ever wear. It's free guarantee. That means if you don't love your first pair, you'll get a full refund. Tommy John, no adjustment needed. Hurry to TommyJohn.com/Pat now and get 20% off your first order. That's TommyJohn.com/Pat for 20% off. TommyJohn.com/
Pat. P-A-T.
Pat.
Pat.
Just so we know, it's only one Pat, though.
Oh,
Okay.
jeez. That was on me.
I got a little carried away with the ad libs. I've been listening to all Amigos lately.
Makes sense.
That'll happen.
It doesn't make sense.
They say a lot of words twice when they ad lib.
Ad lib.
You get it.
What an ad read.
Ad libri.
Oh.
Ooh.
Reading the ad.
What is it?
So then we land in Orlando, and normally the WWE gives us a rental car, which is very nice of them. And I'm now a rental car person. Like, I never was a rental car person before I started working for WWE. I was a Uber, or let's get a taxi outside, or somebody lays me down in the lobby of the baggage claim.
Yep.
I'll hop in any random's car. You know, I'll do all that shit.
Oh, yeah.
So this one, rental cars, I've become a big fan of. It's very,
yeah.
very nice. So the only issue, though, is that since I am so low on the totem pole here at WWE, me and Foxy, the only rental car we were allowed to get without upgrades allowed which I have asked managers of rental car places if I can upgrade and pay for it myself. Banned from upgrading. Minivans. Just minivans. Just minivans. So every conversation with the car rental places, is there any way I can pay for an upgrade? And they go, yes, let us check. In every single city we've been to, the WWE banned any upgrades, right? So I don't know how they do it. The one lady said that normally there's this third way that she can get into it by setting, offsetting the
She hacks the system, basically.
Yeah.
She's got to work around.
She basically told us that she could backdoor us.
Oh yeah, you backdoor the system.
She said they block that somehow. She said she doesn't even know. This is a real conversation.
This is Vince. This is Vince's job right here.
No, they travel so much, and like your accommodations are a huge part of the company. Like if you're a first class flyer, coach flyer, like it's a huge, because this is a traveling business. I mean, this is literally, so it's a huge part of the company.
Yeah.
And I'd assume that their deal with National, who we've been with every single time, it's like, okay, this person's slotted here, this person's slotted here. So I don't think there's people like really like, don't let fucking McAfee get anything other than that. I don't think that's happening. But every time it's when. So this time I just got my own rental car, right? I was like, I'll just get my own.
Okay.
Yeah. She said they had a Maserati SUV.
Yep.
Oh boy.
Ooh.
I know.
Ooh, behind door number 1.
Okay. Door number 2, a Bumblebee Charger,
Oh, man.
Lame.
which we have got before. We got that in Arizona. That was the
It was
last.
nice.
Oh,
Rest in peace, by
been
the
there,
way.
done that.
Or brand new convertible Corvette.
Oh,
Let's go.
jeez.
Less than 1,000 miles on it.
Oh, my
right off the
goodness.
lot.
Corvette is the car that I drove as the pace car in the Indy Grand Prix at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Ari Leindyke teaching me the road course at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, leading 32 Indy cars behind me. Just bought Corvette. We made a simple decision there. We would like the Corvette.
Yep.
Do you want the insurance? Absolutely. We would like the insurance. We have no idea what's going to happen.
Excuse me, miss. I have a goat with a keg on my shirt, so yeah, I would like the insurance, actually.
Lady, I was just called disgusting no less than an hour and 20 minutes ago. And for being from the state I'm from, let's assume that I'm probably going to fuck up this Corvette.
Yeah, lock it in.
$38 insurance? Yes, please.
Did you see a yellow Corvette next to it?
No, it's we got a red Corvette, but there was a yellow Corvette option.
Yeah, I almost rented that one from the same place when I was there.
Okay, so the yellow Corvette was an option.
Yeah.
Red Corvette newer.
Yeah.
So we went with the red Corvette.
Good choice.
So we walk out to the parking garage to pick up our rental car. Didn't even think about our bags not fitting in that car. So we popped the trunk, and Foxy had to do an actual wedge, like it's insurance. I think we had insurance. I think we broke the trunk. Wedge his bag in the trunk, which is basically just like a
glove compartment.
like a glove compartment in the back.
Yep.
Because you're sitting 3 inches off the ground. It's an Indy car. You're sitting in an Indy car for real. So we get in the car. We're driving around. Take the rag top down so my hair can blow.
Yup.
Naturally. Yeah, oh yeah.
Call my fiance
Ooh, yeah, just do the rounds.
because it's snowing in Indiana at this time.
Oh, yeah.
So I call her from a convertible in a Corvette in Florida. Just to let her ask her how everything's going in Indiana. Couldn't hear a word she was saying. It was so fucking loud from the wind. So it turned into me calling her and her going, hello? And I'm going, what? Like, you're such a fucking asshole. Hangs up on me in this fucking convertible. Cop, I'm floating. We're driving this thing.
Fast.
We're driving this thing because I don't know how you don't, right?
Yeah, of course. That's exactly why they don't let you upgrade, by the way.
Probably the reason. Let's get into the show, at least. Blue lights come flying up from the back. Blue lights flying up from the back. Foxy couldn't get his camera out fast enough.
I was ready.
He was digging like, oh my God. And then he just grabbed the camera and I pulled over. I even did a pullover. Like, that's how committed I was to, yeah, it's me. I was like, yep, pull over. Dude floats right by us.
Wow.
Like, oh, what? That's like a real moment there, you know?
He caught the reaction?
Yeah, I'm assuming we have it.
Let's go.
Yeah, I'm assuming we have it. And then we go, we get to the hotel, and I can't sleep still because of Hawaii.
Still on Hawaii time.
Oh, jeez.
Jet lagged. I get through all the time.
Actual jet lag. This is actual. This is. I'm happy this came up. This is what jet lag is.
Yeah, I get it all the time. The hour difference gets me.
From Chicago,
Yeah.
from Central to Eastern.
Oh my God, you have no idea how hard it is.
They've been doing a lot of case studies on the Central Time to Eastern Standard Time Zone. They say it's the worst one.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm leading the case.
People are like, so I'm like half asleep, but it's like 2 a.m. is 9 p.m. to me. So I'm bright-eyed, bushy-tailed. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's been very hard to sleep. I don't know how I fix it, to be honest. I don't have Advil PM. I've been trying to just vitamin the shit out of myself. Like last night, I might have been on cloud 48, which leads to this. About 1:42 last night, I even wrote the note down in my phone. My room is right outside the parking garage here. I heard I thought the vet got stolen.
Oh, my God.
I wrote it on my phone. I wrote the notes down on my phone for when the cops come and ask me the next day what happened. I go, about 1:42, I heard a V8 go nuts out there.
Look, there's a timestamp right here. I swear to God, officer, 1:48.
Yeah, it was 1:42. It was actually 1:42 a.m. So this morning I was fully expecting to go over there and our car be stolen, and I was very excited for that because we're filming my first 24 hours with the WWE. Me refusing to take their rental car, getting my own, then it getting stolen the morning of.
Can't write this stuff, folks.
It's magical content. Magical content. It didn't happen that way. The fucking thing survived. It must have been some other fucking car getting stolen, which is a real shame. Kind of fucking up our thing. So we get in the vet, still there.
Yep.
And we go to the performance center, and we're just chatting about content to make for the WWE. We make a couple videos. We chit chat with some people. Finn Balor.
Ooh. Okay.
We didn't make anything with him. He just came in with his family.
But yeah, he was there.
You guys got so excited. There was literally a hi. My name's Pat, and the social or the digital guy that I don't want to say his name because he said the last time I said his name, like a bunch of people hit him up for a job. I didn't want to say his name, but he introduced me to him and was like, "Oh, he's working for us now." I think that guy is incredibly handsome.
Yeah, he hasn't had a carb since 2004.
Honestly, I'm not sure he knows what a sandwich tastes like.
Not a chance.
It's sad for his taste buds. Incredible for his body.
Yeah.
He is a handsome man. Meet him, do some things. Then the NXT tapings are happening over at Full Sail. I check in at Full Sail. Michael Cole just started this internship program at Full Sail University. I got to sit in on the orientation of the first class. That was a good time.
Let's go. Back in the classroom. No big deal.
I have some questions. I didn't bring a pencil and a paper, though, so everybody seemed to be judging me heavily. I was like, yo, I'm not used to this bullshit. I didn't go to class. I don't know what this is. It was a good time. And then, Mike, what's up?
Jump.
Oh, shit. Yo, I had a frog splash today. And
Oh,
Dude,
man.
that was awesome.
You were up in the air. You were up in the air, man.
I won for that. That was not my first one of the day. I'm going to be honest. When you get up on that top rope, it is very high.
Very.
Yeah.
You were just standing up there, and you're like, okay, I know this is because they have a very soft ring that people are supposed to try stuff off the top rope before you go to an actual ring.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
And when you stand up there, you know that you're landing on a very soft surface. But I'm like probably 14. My head is probably 14.
I was going to say that
Yeah.
the turnbuckle is probably about 5 foot, and then the ring is probably about 4.5 foot off the ground.
That's 9 feet.
Just not an accurate statement.
Was that math wrong?
Oh, I guess you're right. You did. You nailed that, man. That was really good math.
Thank you.
Zito thought he's going to have a field day. It's like winning Jeopardy right there. You get the fucking right answer.
Oh, sorry. What is 9?
But But yeah. So the first one I did a frog splash wasn't as committed, and I land Foxy's. By the way, nobody else is in that area. We snuck in there so I could do this.
Nice.
Beautiful.
Yeah, perfect.
No way I'm supposed to be doing what I'm doing. No way. Like, there's no chance. So the first one I hit, I land, Foxy's filming, and I stand up to go look at it. And obviously I look nowhere near as committed in the video, very obvious.
Yeah.
But my body, like my chest and like my back, they sent like a, yo, what the fuck's going on message to my brain. Like, I've never felt anything like this before. Never felt anything like it before, because I was landing on a dummy, like a rubber person that they do for CPR class. I was landing on that.
Yep.
It wasn't like a soreness. It wasn't a pain. It was just like almost like an ache you would get from something, from like 4 different parts of my rib cage and my back, and it honestly felt like my body was like, we don't do this, you know. And then after like 10 seconds, it went away, and I was like, okay, it went away. Now the body knows what's coming, right? Let's assume that the old McAfee body just did a quick little, all right, we can handle this now. So I go right back up to the top rope. Foxy goes, oh, we're going slow-mo here. Foxy goes slow-mo, and when something's on slow-mo, as the person who's on the camera, you have to know when people are watching this, they're going to see every single moment.
Yeah.
So even your look right before, if you're scared at all, that's going to be on somebody's screen for 4 or 5 seconds while you're just sitting there.
Oh, yeah.
So I had while I'm climbing up to the top turnbuckle, I'm having a full conversation in my head, like, everybody's going to see if you're a bitch or not right now. You get up here and you just fucking set your feet and you fucking go. Okay? That's all. Like, I'm talking to myself while almost falling off the turnbuckles because my jeans are too tight to get up on. So I'm in a bad spot. And I get up there and I do like this arm spread thing.
Oh, yeah.
Right before I go to jump, I like look down to the ground and I pause for like a second. I'm like, don't be a bitch. And I go, and I tried to jump as high as I possibly could off of that thing. And I feel like if I was to pull that off with a real rig, I might break every bone in my body. But it would get a hell of a pop.
Your hair was flowing in slow-mo. That was amazing, by the way.
Because it's starting to grow a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's
Well,
getting there.
the jump was impressive, but you went fucking full extendo on the frog
Yeah,
splash.
you went D'Lo Brown-esque. I was like, I wonder what he's going to do. Because it was in slow motion. I'm thinking as you're jumping, I was like, is he going to go D'Lo Brown or is he going to go Eddie Guerrero? And you went D'Lo Brown, full extend, full arms between the legs, pumped him out there.
I mean, I felt pretty good.
You were floating.
I felt pretty. And then when I tried to get up, my jeans were too tight. I couldn't step over the rubber body. Almost fell. So, I mean, that was a pretty cool moment. While we were leaving the Performance Center to go to Full Sail for the NXT taping. So everybody else was kind of leaving, and we literally snuck like through a back door. And I was like, "Yo, we got to get back to that padded ring. We got to get back to that padded ring," because that was where I did the leg drop from on the last one. So we go over to Full Sail. We get a tour, do the orientation. We're kind of wrapping up like our first 24 hours with the NXT tapings happening there. I have a full conversation with the coolest dude on earth, Michael Cole. And he's chit-chatting about ideas for us. I think he's, by the way, the Lake Tahoe thing, I think he's in.
Let's go. That's huge.
Yeah. I think he's in. Everybody needs to know that me getting invited to this Lake Tahoe Pro-Am thing is going to be a fucking great thing for everybody.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The content that we are going to pull out of that thing, we're going. I don't know if we should. Yeah, we should announce it.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, I think so. We are in the middle of a sale. Maybe we'll wait a week. You know, they got a nice little treat.
Maybe
right
if we
now.
hit a certain numbers of shirts we sell, you'll break it out.
Something to think about.
Oh,
Huh.
there we go. Okay. All right, I have a number in my head. We hit it tomorrow. We hit that number by the end of day Thursday.
Big news comes out.
Whoa. Big news comes out next week. if because I have to get it okayed that I say it, which I have to go through some channels because this will be a pretty big deal if this happens. But we'll announce it next week as opposed to in July. So it'll give us, you know, we'll announce what we're doing instead of
I like
Yeah,
that.
breaking news, breaking news.
We'll break news early,
Yeah.
which will be, I think it might revolutionize golf, to be honest. We'll see.
I think so.
People are saying it. You're not saying it.
Yeah, not you.
Yeah, I'm just quoting.
Oh yeah.
Just the reviews.
So then our Michael Cole conversation's wrapping up. We're covering everything that, like, you know, the plan. WrestleMania's coming up, so we got to cook up some stuff for WrestleMania. This is becoming such a really fucking incredible opportunity.
It's been awesome.
Oh,
By
yeah.
the way, they're letting us just dive into the vault and just create content. They're
That's
just
that's
yeah,
amazing.
just do whatever you want, man.
It's like perfect for you too, because that's exactly what you needed. Was people to just be like, "Hey, this is what you can do. Go ahead and free reign." You know?
Well, that is the interesting thing, because I've been talking to all these other people, and I feel like if I was to work for other people, which might still happen, by the way, WWE would not be my main thing. They're just allowing me to be a contributor for WWE. These other companies, I feel like, are going to very much, I don't want to say tell me what to do. I'm not great at it. I'm not great at being told exactly. I'm not great at being told what to do. Like, I'm just not. I think my entire life. I mean, in third grade, I walked out on my teacher's class because I said, I had like a revolt out of my. I mean, this is just something I'm not great at, and it's why I retired. To be honest, so it's a perfect situation where they're just like, yeah, we believe in you, man. Just whatever you need from us, we'll help you as much as possible. We'll tell you what we think could work, and you just do whatever the hell you want to do. We don't want to censor you at all, they said. We do not want you to become a WWE guy. We just want you to enjoy our content, which you do, and then create content for us. I'm like, yeah, you got it. So it's been very cool. So while that conversation's wrapping up that conversation.
Yep.
Michael Cole goes, do you want to call a match tonight? I was like, yep, absolutely. And he was like, okay, let me go see. Goes in, asks Mr. H.
Oh.
Mr. H.
Okay.
HHH.
And Mr. H goes, absolutely. We got a dark match tonight between Punishment Martinez
Ooh, good name.
from Puerto Rico, 6'6".
Oh,
Bro.
big boy.
He's going against Adam Cole.
Wow.
Oh.
Let's go.
Adam
Full
Cole
circle
still in a dark match.
Well, full circle here, right? Adam Cole is basically the reason why the WWE even knew who I was.
Yeah, sure.
He went after me basically on Twitter. He like extended an opportunity for me to go after him. He called me a dork, right? Because I was wearing jorts, so he's un-American. Everybody knows that. You can choose to like him or not. It's up to you. He's just an un-American man. It's up to you. But he's the reason I got in. And then the first match, literally, I get to call is an Adam Cole match. And it was like, we're like an hour out from it. We'd been up at this point for 12, 13 hours doing stuff. So we do a quick, basic bitch run. Straight to Starbucks, pick up an Earl Grey.
Yep.
You know the deal. Splenda in that thing. Took that to the head. Took a couple little vitamins.
Need
Got
him.
introduced. I got introduced.
Okay.
like, onto the stage because it was onto the stage in front of the crowd. Average pop. It was positive. It wasn't booze.
Let's
I was
go.
expecting some booze. These super wrestling fans don't love the Cuzzy here. They don't love your they don't love your friend here. They're not the biggest fans.
They'll learn.
Let me tell you why. For people that are listening to the show that know nothing about the WWE, thinking about possibly getting in the WWE, which you should, because I think at some point I'm going to get an open mic with them. And they're just going to. I mean, we're going to be able to dig into some real stuff. But we're not a diehard full-time wrestling blog podcast, something like that. In the wrestling community, it is a tight-knit one, right? It's a real thing. And there's a lot of personalities that dedicate their entire careers to the WWE, Ring of Honor, AEW, New Japan, everything like that. So when somebody who isn't like that gets an opportunity with their dream job and they're either the person they're a fan of, the wrestling personality that they're a fan of, or the wrestling personality himself, that's obviously going to be something that's going to be met with some negative response. And after watching Dr. Bull, I understand the psychology behind it. And Dr. Phil, I understand, I would probably hate me too if I was you guys, to be honest. yeah, I would hate you too. If this was football and they gave a job to somebody else instead of me, I'd probably be like, yo, I hate this guy.
Yeah.
But with that being said, pretty positive response from people. Not big, but positive.
Okay.
And then I sit down in the commentary team with one of the most electric voices in the history of combat sports, Mauro Ranallo.
Nice.
Mamma Mia. Mamma Mia.
Mamma mia.
He's called everything Conor McGregor, Floyd Mayweather. He calls all the NXT stuff. He calls everything. He calls boxing. He's an electric Canadian man. Nigel McGuinness,
Okay.
Nigel.
magician, and his documentary on WWE Network is worth a watch. And Percy, and we had a great time for the match. And boy, I was wide open.
They were dying.
That's awesome.
I was wide open, man.
Can I say one thing too? That photo leaked of you coming out on stage, and it reminded me of the photo of the guy who created the character. It literally looked exactly the same. Besides the cutoff hoodie, you just had the cuzzy across the chest, and I was like, "Yep, this is exactly the same as that guy made that character."
It was like they gave me it was just like plain music. It was almost like what Foxy is like copyright free vlog music. It's what it came out to, and not a bad response. I did a clap to them. I did a thank you. I did
The polite, respectful.
There's a guy sitting because the commentary desk is right to the left. The stage is the ring is like back to the right. So you're sitting away from the place. So I zigged to go to the ring. I would have had to zag. So I went down some back steps. There was a guy sitting right by the thing that had a pit shirt on. And he was like, he actually said, Kazi. And he had the pit thing. And he was like, can I take a picture with you? I was like, sure. And I see the camera following me. And I go and take a selfie with this guy. And he's bobbling his phone around, right? He's bobbling his phone around. Very nice guy. And I'm like, what are people thinking at home? Like, I just walk up and take a selfie with a guy. So then they didn't tell Nigel or Percy that I was coming up there. They did tell Mauro Ranallo, though. So I walk up on the stage to dap up Percy, very nice guy. He's like friends with us.
Yep.
Nigel, same thing. And then they sit down. They have no idea that 3-person table that not only is 3 people built wide, that they all have to slide down and I'm coming in. We are sitting we look like the NFL on Fox show where there's 9 people at the desk. That's what we look like, 4 wide, right? So it's a hilarious scene to begin with, and I let her fly in there, man. I had a good time.
Let's go.
That's awesome.
What would you let rip? Any good one-liners there?
So this one I felt good about. I've been waiting on this one.
Yeah.
Okay, and it was a perfect opportunity. Before the match starts, 6'6" Punishment Martinez take on Adam Cole, who is not 6'6", okay, smaller. And I go, Adam Cole looks like a toddler here. Right?
Yep.
Like the toddler word. He also looks like a kid whose parents hate vaccines. He's got no shot.
Oh boy.
Get him, baby!
I
Yes.
felt so good. I felt so good about it. That was the first thing I said, basically, other than complimenting Mauro Ranallo for his very freshly done hair that looks incredible. I mean, he looked this jet black hair. It looked incredible. Complimented that early.
Smart. Very
obviously.
smart.
Had to do that, show some respect. But that was my first real comment. And as soon as I said vaccines, I felt the other 3 guys like,
Oh.
I don't know, bro. I'd say vaccines. I had a great time though. Can't tell you who won or lost.
Oh, come on.
Hey, have some respect for the biz, Zito. Come on.
Kayfabe, Biz.
Sorry.
Kayfabe the biz, Zito.
You're right.
But it was originally a dark match. I'm not sure if it's going to be a dark because things started happening.
Yeah.
That they did not tell me about. More things started happening, and I'm just sitting out there. I'm like, well, fuck it. Here we go.
Yeah, let's watch. Yeah, okay.
He walks out. And at one point, I am reclined back on my seat because there's no room at the table. I literally look like I'm sitting on our little recliners out there just watching some stuff. I have jorts and a t-shirt.
Vape pen on your chest, right below your chin.
What's that?
Said vape pen on your chest, right below your chin, looking around.
I
Huh.
was just sitting there. It was hour 14 of the day. I was just having the time of my life. And then it ended with a big moment, obviously. and in the ear they say, "Let McAfee take it home,"
Wow.
which means the commercials showing like it was the end of everything that was happening.
Oh, let's go.
It was a Prater moment. It was a Prater field goal moment happening, and I was there for it.
That's awesome.
And
So-
they give you the countdown in the ear, right? This is the thing that, I mean, I've talked about on the show that when I did a WWE show, there's 4 voices in my head, including mine, because there's earplug things that you're wearing, headset, where people are talking to you that's not going live, and they're doing a countdown. Like, I assume this was like real journalist shit, real TV thing. They're like 15, 14, 13, 12 till commercial, and I'm talking this entire time. Okay? And what you never want to do is be the guy that ends with 7 seconds left because you cut it off too early, right?
Oh no.
And I think in my head, very high, watching people do these things where I know now that they're being counted down and their timing is either slow or late. In my head, I'm always like, never be the guy. Like, I ingrained in myself, like, if you're ever in a situation, don't be the guy that cuts off early. So 7 seconds left. I don't even have an end in my head yet. I didn't even have an end to the sentence in my head. 4 seconds, I get 2 sentences out somehow in like 3 seconds. I was like, I myself at one point. I'm like, still going. And then at like 3 seconds, I was like, we got to get out of here, man. We literally have to get out of here.
Yeah.
And my last send-off is about, it looks like you know that guy that's at the Papa Shot just draining balls? That's what the words look like coming out of my mouth. It's like an auctioneer, man. I was like, I'm excited to be here with the NXT, the greatest superstars on earth. All right.
Imagine if that was a Zito countdown.
What's that?
Imagine if that was a Zito countdown.
Well, I like 5, 3. I think you might have trained me for this with all the weight loss challenges. Going through an iPhone, FaceTime, room to room. I'm alive from 5. Yeah.
So for the people who don't know, what's a dark match?
Dark match is one that they're not going to put on TV. It's just for the in-house crowd. So it's because you got to remember that whenever they film their TV shows, it's also, you got like a couple thousand people in-house that are trying to have a show as well. So there's dark matches that aren't for TV. It's just for the in-house crowd.
Oh, let's go.
It's awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. But a lot of things happen though in this. I think they might have lied to me, or maybe I don't know. I think the plan might have been like, this is a dark match. Let's see how he does.
Yeah, dark match is usually fun. That's like where they experiment a lot and try a lot of different things because it's not on
Because you get
TV.
the real reaction, right? Is
Yeah.
that- yeah.
So they
Yeah,
get a
it
little
was
nuts
pretty cool, though,
sometimes.
man. It was pretty cool.
Or
gonna
they're
give
awful.
They're going to give us they're going to give us the whole thing
Nice.
for this first day of the job thing. So we're going to have that whole thing. I'm pretty excited.
Yeah, I mean that didn't sound like a real first day for most people.
How about Michael Cole? Just like out of nowhere, you want to call a match in like an hour? Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, sure. Do you want to come to Lake Tahoe or?
You scratch my back, I'll scratch your back. I think.
It was, yeah, man, that's him scratching my back.
Oh, yeah.
Awesome
A
though.
lot. There's not a lot of scratching Michael Cole's back. A lot of Michael Cole helping me out, man. It was incredible. And then I come back, Mr. H comes, shakes my hand with a smile and a laugh, and everybody else, same thing. It was like, I will say this: the people that work for the WWE, it's like a family, right? Everybody knows everybody.
Yep.
They're pretty. I feel like a lot of them want us to succeed. Like
Yeah.
they want me to succeed.
Hell yeah.
They genuinely, and they're good people.
So every time you see him, it's just handshake, or are you working up for a handshake hug?
It depends who it is.
So for Mr. H?
Mr. H, strictly a handshake, keep it away. He gave me like a Bill Polian body tap today too to see if I was fat enough.
Nice.
I
That's
think
you're working up to the hug there.
It was like it was either a get out of the way. It was either like after we shake hands,
Like a rip move? He was trying to rip through you?
Yeah, but it was like a pat almost. Real tight quarters backstage at this Full Sail. It's
Very.
real tight. So there's not a lot of room. I mean,
Oh,
it's
yeah.
very tight. It's a 1-lane road that you got to beep at the bridge.
Ugh.
You know what I mean? You got to
Yeah.
beep at the bridge.
You gotta
to
beep
get-
down and then go right past.
Yes, it's like that backstage at some places. No, Zito. Yeah. But I'm so ingrained from like scouts and stuff doing this when you come back from off season. Like they pat you, and there's no way that's not to see if you were fat or not. And I got that a lot because, my weight, easy come, easy go.
Imagine how many people pat Don Eddie Lacy.
Exactly. That's exactly that guy got a lot of them. And A.Q. Shipley, by the way, probably got it.
Oh boy.
Probably still has some coming too.
I would assume. Hey, how's that? After the knee, huh? How are we comfortable? I saw you golfing a little bit there with McAfee. How fat are you? It's been cool, though. So now we're here, and this has been a crazy night for sports. We missed it. I came out, I checked the internet. Fucking Nike stock is going to bust.
Oh, yeah, man. It was bad. It was real bad.
His entire foot was outside of it looked like it was a generic shoe. Like you would if I used to get Velcro shoes from like Walmart and shit and show up at places.
Yeah.
And it felt like the bottom would rip off like that because it was sewed together by a terrible nylon. The bottom of my kicking cleats, Nike, always would start to peel off, but I always assumed it's because it's such thin leather with such a thin base, and I'm ripping it across the ground sometimes and stuff like that. So I would have to change my shoes. I don't think I've ever seen anything like this with a very high-end company. The biggest, and Mike Greenberg, Greeny posted something. This is the most pop culture relevant team in recent history of any sport, he said.
Oh,
and
yeah.
He had the numbers to prove it. He was like, prices are 148% up whenever they're. It's like the Miami Heat back in the day.
Obama was there.
Yeah, President
Oh, yeah,
44 had
Obama.
a video clip of him saying, "Is that the Nike shoe ripping?"
So that's what I'm. Yeah, him saying he broke a shoe. Honestly, great night for Barack Obama.
Great.
Yeah. A lot of FaceTime for him.
He was the first person. I think he might have been the first person.
It was him and Coach K. It was a tight shot on Coach K, and he was over his left shoulder, and you could see him saying that, mouthing it.
Zion and Obama were the only two that knew Nike's career was over. For a moment of time. No, there's no way a shoe will ever do that again, you would think. You would hope not.
Well, I mean, at least if they're not, going to the Duke basketball team. It's one thing if I buy a Nike shoe and that happens, but if Zion Williamson, the most high-profile basketball player right now, that happens, then yeah, Nike might want to think about using an extra seam or something,
If you're Zion, though, do you boycott these shoes? Like, do you say fuck these shoes?
Zion just hopes that his knee's okay.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. But if this could happen again, you don't want this to happen. Obviously, it's
What this does for Zion is open up a contract bidding war for shoes that is going to be next level, with Nike potentially coming ridiculously over the top to say I'm sorry.
So we're saying this is a setup job.
No, I don't think it's a setup job, but I think he's going to make more money from Nike off of this than fucking Duke.
Yeah.
Very true.
That's what I think is going to happen, because Nike, you got to remember, Nike is all about being liked. Being like, that is their thing. We would like to be liked. It's by millennials, a younger group. Like, that's their thing. They've completely changed their marketing. Not that they changed it, but that is their marketing.
Yeah.
That is what Nike wants to appease to. The biggest superstar of that market in sports, Zion Williamson. That's who it is.
Yep.
Videos of him have been coming out from this generation for the last 10 years of this dude dunking since he's like 8 years old from the fucking foul line. People saying he won't be able to do this in college. He picks up and gets better when he gets to college because he's with better teammates. Nobody thought about that. And then all of a sudden, the biggest god, basically, to their business marketing almost, embarrasses their shoe out of nowhere. This is going to come on the backside for Zion so big. And I hope he's healthy. That kid is some of the most must-see TV on earth right now.
Yeah, it would be a bummer to go into March without Zion Williamson for sure.
I looked at his knee. Was it like a hyperextension? It looked like a little bit of a hyperextension, so it was, I don't know.
It looked like the back of his knee, which was bothering him. I don't know. I saw something like PCL, but
He's probably done. There's no
Yeah.
reason
If I'm
for him
him,
to
I'm
play
done.
another game.
I don't know. In my head, though, after you said that Nike money, I felt like the doctor was like, you could go back right now. And he was like, the contracts are coming out. I'm probably going to make a lot of money.
No, see, I think that's why Zion is so popular, though. It's because Zion is like this happy-go-lucky kid who, like his interviews, he says everything right because I think he is everything that's right. Like, I honestly think he is. And a lot of people bash LeBron for doing a lot of selfish things and saying a lot of selfish
So selfish.
But LeBron has been the only thing comparable to what Zion is. What did you say about LeBron?
Oh, he's so selfish.
Thank you. The only comparable to Zion is LeBron.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Not only in the way they play basketball
For
and
sure.
how athletic they are and how everything like that, but we're talking about being hyped up before your teenage years and then living up to the hype thus far. LeBron and Zion are the only two comparables, and it's just Zion does everything right. And it's one of those things where I think we're very lucky to be able to watch him play and watch him take off and look down at a basketball rim
Yeah.
at 280 pounds, which also might be why the shoe couldn't hold up. They're like, we're not fucking built for this, dude. The most explosive guy is 280 pounds, dude. I mean, what are we supposed to do here? But it's honestly, I'm excited to watch him in the NBA.
And it happened 35 seconds into the game, and you got people like Spike Lee, Obama, they're
Yep.
only there to
Ken
watch
Griffey.
Zion. And they spent what? Those tickets were like $3,000, weren't they?
Yeah,
Yeah,
they were up
like-
to like 2.8 or something.
Jeez.
No, $3,000 was row 7.
Yeah, like that.
I can't imagine courtside.
It was number 2. It was the second most expensive ticket to the Super Bowl.
Let's also remember that you're not just paying to sit courtside to watch Zion. You're also sitting courtside with the former president. You're sitting
Yeah.
courtside.
Right.
For
I was at a Super Bowl party. The price changed 4x because Justin Bieber showed up while I was negotiating the price. New price, sorry. High profile client.
you just got Rick Pawnstard.
Really, we're in a new time now. And then I couldn't go to the bathroom when I got in because said high profile clients security was blocking people off so he could go pee. So I had to pay 4 times the amount and almost pissed my pants. But the party,
Good party though.
was it? I don't know.
I don't know.
I think I left. I was like, I'm out of here. I couldn't even move because the high profile client was in there. It was packed. I couldn't do anything. But that sucks for Zion, man. It's terrible. He's going to get rich, though. He's going to get broken off still.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Which is
they
good,
hit-
but it sucks for that Duke team, man.
Oh,
They
man.
were really starting to click.
Yeah, and they looked bad without him. I mean, UNC's good. Granted, they're number 8 in the country, but
Oh, yeah.
without Zion, I mean, I think they scored 60 points in the paint.
Let's go Tar Heels.
Is that your team?
I'm alumni. I took a class there once. It was an online course.
Honestly, I think that is technically what an alumni is because people tell me I'm an alumni of WVU and I never graduated.
Exactly. So I'm I don't get courtside like seats and stuff, but I'm alumni. I could have been me and 44 right next to each other last night.
Well, that was a Duke.
That is true. That is very true.
That's crazy news. Anything else happen?
If you want to talk about it, we ate some very dangerous chocolate today.
Yeah,
or
the
yesterday.
Choco.
Okay, so what happened?
Oh man, I'm gonna be completely honest. This was the worst experience of my life. I'm like still hurting from it, and we did it at 3:45, I think, 4:00.
It's not pleasant. It's still sitting there. It still feels quite. It feels like a knot in my stomach right now. Still.
Explain what you ate.
What'd you say?
Explain what you ate.
All right, so basically what Fuego Box is doing is this little Choco challenge for prostate cancer. And what they have are these little square chocolates. They're basically the size of like a, what's it called? A Ghirardelli?
Ghirardelli, yeah.
Ghirardelli, yeah. It's the size of a Ghirardelli.
Ghirardelli.
And it's essentially the worst possible thing you could put in your mouth. I mean, as soon as it was like swallowing smoke. It was awful.
I am going to go ahead and say they're crybabies. I ate that so fast, and it was so easy.
Zeke did.
Ty, I'm sorry, what you said, Ty?
No, yeah, Zeke made everyone look pretty bad with how
yeah.
he
Yeah, he's a
reacted
freak.
to it.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm gonna say I could probably take Sasquatch on now. After I ate that thing, I'm on cloud 9 right now.
I was crying like a little schoolgirl. I almost threw up about 4 times. I couldn't breathe. My eyes swelled up. I couldn't see at one point. I thought I was going blind. I was walking around the office and I can't see. Help.
So basically, 5 of us ate it. So it was Nick, Connor, Diggs, Todd, and myself.
No.
Oh man, Diggs pulled
Don't
the most
do
Diggs
that.
shit
Don't
ever.
throw him under the
This
bus.
motherfucker. This motherfucker. He's not here. This motherfucker. He took his wrapping, the little Ghirardelli chocolate that comes in the little wrapping. He went ahead, threw the Ghirardelli out, put an Oreo in, and decided to do the old fake switcheroonie on us and acted like he ate half a real one when he was really just eating half an Oreo.
He sat there. He started breathing all heavy like he was faking an orgasm. He was like,
Oh, man.
Jesus.
When did he tell you?
Like 20 minutes after, I
mean,
think.
we knew the way he was walking around afterwards. Like, come on.
I had no idea. I had my shirt off, spitting into the sink, trying to get any sort of life back into my lungs.
Todd's face turned the darkest shade of red I've ever seen a human body turn. I thought his head was going to explode.
My favorite part was Ty just watching us all and then him going, yeah, I'm actually just not going to do this.
So I guess this chocolate's just covered in ghost pepper shavings.
Yeah.
Is the trick. And I broke it in half because I was like, I want it in one spot in my mouth. I don't want to spread it all over my mouth. I broke it in half. I put it in my mouth. And then at some point through, the 2 fingers I broke it in half with, I rubbed my eyes with because it was so hot.
Oh, yeah.
And then they were done for. I couldn't
He got
see.
pepper sprayed.
Oh,
It was
yeah,
bad.
pepper sprayed myself.
It was bad. The old ghost pepper spray.
And I mean, you know what it's like. You've eaten one before. You ate one with Sasquatch.
Reaper, yeah, because I think there's Reaper pepper in that too. I think.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
You obviously got it way worse because you had like the actual like seeds and
Yeah,
stuff.
this was a nightmare. I don't know how you did that.
Well, I dumped milk on my face. I mean, it was.
Oh, we were
We
chugging
didn't have
milk.
any milk. Gorman comes over. Hey, do you need anything? I was like, Gorman, get the fuck away from me, all right? Ran over to the gas station, grabbed like a gallon of milk and as many waters as he could grab.
We tried getting Gorms to do it. He kept back. He stayed a broken rib.
Oh, because then you ate it, and then you could feel it go the whole way down your throat, into your midsection, and then just sit in your stomach, and it was still burning hours later.
I ate
Still
sushi
burning
right
right now.
after, Pat. I ate sushi right away after.
Yeah,
I was-
you're a freak.
I was so hungry. I was like, I want more. I want to say another
Are we
piece.
sure? Are you certain that Zito didn't digs it?
No, I didn't.
Nah,
No, he ate
Zito
it.
did it.
Because I saw him splashing his tongue under the sink like he was a dog, just lapping water into his mouth.
Well, it's-
so he suffered for about 2 minutes. While
Yeah.
the
It's
rest of
the
us got
only
down
part
and out
that
for hours.
it didn't like affect me like they did, but like it stays on your tongue though. So like you have to
Yeah.
like get rid of it somehow, or it'll just stay there. So I just put some water on her and washed it down.
Hey, that's how I found out that Zito Thoughts was not actually you.
How'd you do that? Oh, you told me last night.
Because he tweeted down DOWN instead of DAHN. I was like, that was the only confirmation that I've ever had that it wasn't you behind it.
I almost had him give me the login, and I gave it to somebody else.
Suspension.
I almost gave him a suspension there for using the wrong Don. 3-day suspension.
Okay, so let's talk about Choco. What is it? Choco Challenge?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, Choco Challenge, yeah.
I guess money's going to prostate cancer though because
yeah.
the
Yep.
prostate cancer research.
Yep.
Yeah.
Thank God it's not going to the cancer itself. Like, thank God we're not teaming up with the cancer.
Yeah.
No, we're not.
Yeah.
We're teaming up with the Fuego.
That'd be fucked up. I'll tell you, I might need a new prostate after eating that, though. Once I shit this thing out, I'm afraid of what's going to happen.
Seriously.
gonna
I'm
say-
pretty sure.
Anyway, hey, you guys raise money for prostate cancer fundraising and research. That's awesome.
Let's
You
go.
guys
Round of
did-
applause.
Hey, here we
Yeah.
go.
Hey, how about you guys?
Hey, how about us, huh?
May have given you
Hey,
colon
hey,
cancer, but you know,
What did you say, Sam?
you know, may have given you colon cancer, but that's beside the point.
Hey, we're saving the front, not the back, all right?
I can't wait to watch the videos. You guys all recorded yourself? I can't wait to see that. What else happened? Anything? Nothing.
Yeah, I don't think so, honestly. I mean, at least in the... I'm trying to think of in the sports world if any other
Chicago
news broke.
Blackhawks continue their hot run. 5-4
yeah.
win in overtime.
Yep.
Patrick Kane extends the point streak to 19
Oh,
games.
Patty Kane with the shot.
And that's hockey talk.
Yep.
There it is,
yeah,
baby.
yeah.
We had an incredible. Thank you all so much for listening, by the way, to us in a hotel and them in a studio past midnight here. FaceTiming computer to humor. It also, computer, shout out to Ty Schmidt's sleep schedule.
Yep.
Yep.
It's gonna be a fun night.
Ty loves it. So we all thank you so much for listening. Thank you guys for sticking around late too. Foxy's about to die. I am as well. Before I left, I was in Indianapolis. Right before I left, I got a chance to talk to an old teammate of mine about probably the most topical thing for the NFL in recent history, I think. I mean,
Oh yeah.
there's probably a lot of combine talk and shit going on like that, but the Colin Kaepernick settlement, pretty large. I got a chance to chat with an old teammate of mine, and I think it was pretty good.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Get a little AB insight too.
Oh, yeah, and Antonio Brown stuff. I mean, two very...
The
By the
most
way-
topical things really in the NFL right now.
You got it all.
And inside information, too.
Yep.
Yeah. Best
Scoop
friend
City.
information.
Yo, let's just get to that now. You think we should just get to that now?
Wait,
Yeah, let's just roll it.
You know what? Let's get to that now.
Maybe get to it now.
Right, meow.
Hashtag get to it now. Picture of Ty Schmidt waking up this tomorrow morning. Miserable. Yeah, after just not sleeping. Or send him a motivational text to enjoy his life a little bit, even though his schedule is the worst in America.
Oh man, you really want to piss him off, huh?
Yep.
Yeah, don't do
What-
that.
Let's get to it or get to it now.
Get to
Get
it
to it
now.
now.
Hashtag get to it now. Let's do that.
Ladies and gentlemen, joining us now, he was a draft pick of the New England Patriots. Then he came to the Indianapolis Colts. Lockdown, slot corner. Then he was a safety. Played in the league for 9 years. He has a new podcast called the D Up Podcast with his friend Danielle. It's a must listen. Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for the Yukon product, Darius Butler.
What's up, man? What's up?
Hey, how are you, man?
I'm great, man. How are you?
I'm engaged.
Yeah, so I'm not as good as you. I saw that, man. I saw that. The helicopter. You put a lot. I hope nobody I fucking gonna propose to saw that shit.
I got a lot of those messages. Chuck Pagano sent me one. He said, congrats, congrats. Hope everything's working out great. Thank God fucking Tina didn't cheatish before I proposed.
I know that's right, man. Shit.
I appreciate
Big
that.
time, though, man.
Well, you're a dad.
Right.
I'm nowhere near what you are, though. You are legitimately like dad of the year. I met Darius. He gets traded to the Colts. You got traded to the Colts, right?
I know. I got cut from the Panthers actually, and then got picked up by the Colts. Kind of about third game of the season.
Yeah, you come in. I think you had like 2 picks in your first practice. Literally, I think you had 2 picks in your
Yep,
first
yep.
practice. Yeah, you did. And I was like, holy fuck, what is this guy? And then I started learning about you, and I had no idea. And then in the off season, I think it was back whenever I was using Snapchat. You were on Snap, and it was you and your kids. Like I'm like, this guy's fucking dad of the year. I had no idea. I had no clue.
Yeah, I keep my kids and all that stuff. I kind of keep that, private for the most part. Snapchat, obviously, people who I'm cool with, they see my kind of day-to-day life. But, I kind of keep them out of everything else. But obviously a huge, huge part of my life.
Yeah, well, you're a great dad and you're a great man. And you were the first person I thought of whenever this whole Colin Kaepernick thing both not only started, but now that it's ended, because your dad was in the military for 11 years in the Army. You kneeled during a couple of the national anthems early to stand up for your community and your culture. Now that the entire thing has come to an end, I don't want to say that there's mixed reaction. Larry Johnson was very open in his disagreement with what Colin Kaepernick happened. A lot of the world very much behind Colin Kaepernick and everything, the conversation that he started, the settlement, everything like that. I honestly feel, and this might be me feeling white guilt, but it's 100% true. Like, I think as a white person and an NFL player, I was asked my thoughts on it. And I'm like, like there's honestly, it's not something that I fucking know anything about. I wouldn't have a guess. I think if people want to stand up for something, I'm cool with that, however it is. How is your thought on the entire Colin Kaepernick situation? For me, it was one big PR situation between the left and the right, black and white, military and community. I mean, it all became a PR disaster. But from the whole situation, how do you feel that Colin Kaepernick's situation really helped or hurt everything in the long haul of this real world we live in and not just football?
Well, when he first started, the protest, obviously, it hit home for me, and because of, like you said, it's a lot of things that, just a lot of people have no idea that people deal with. 2,000 people think 2018 or 2019, whatever. Especially if you have money, if you're an athlete, you're a black athlete, like you're not dealing with this shit. You're not dealing with oppression or anything like that, but. You still have family, in the same communities that you grew up in. You still have, sons, younger brothers, and the black experience in America and the white experience in America are two complete different things. Even if I go back to some of the things that my dad told me he dealt with in the military, while serving the country, that, his white counterparts didn't have to deal with. So just starting there and kind of having that 20, 30 plus year of my own history, it hit home with me. That actually the first time I talked to Colin, because I did the fist the first time I protested, and Cromartie kneeled, and then what happened with that situation.
Hey, he taught me how to play dominoes on that flight home from England, and he was cut the next day.
Hey, that was his parting gift to you. but I think a lot of it's perspective. And I actually, after I kneeled, it was a lot of shit that happened after that. Got death threats. People were protesting outside of our facility, and actually, Pete Ward brought some of the protesters in and was like, would you like to sit down and just have a conversation? And, I was like, fuck it, let's do it. So I sat down, and it was this guy, actually was a Vietnam vet, and his wife also had served, and he was just telling me how hurt he was that we were kneeling during the national anthem and this and that, and I had a conversation basically about him, about my experiences, and we kind of came to understand. I think for the most part, it was just a big misunderstanding from the two sides. Like, because if you don't get my perspective, you can't really respect what I'm standing for. And a protest is never meant to make the people you're protesting, in a sense, against feel comfortable. You know what I mean? No protest is made. It's made for people to feel uncomfortable. So I was definitely proud of Kevin, what he did and standing up. And then not only that, when he lost his job and still pledging $1 million of his own money. And then obviously taking the NFL to court, which nobody ever beats the NFL in court. So settling, in a sense, is a win to me. And obviously, if you're suing somebody, you're suing for money. So, I would assume he got a nice chunk of change, and he'll continue to do the work that he's started doing in the community. And, he may even still play again. I don't think he will, but it's still a possibility. So, overall, definitely supported him. Definitely he got what he got. But I think, it was a big the narrative definitely got hijacked by the president for a while, and then that kind of drew a line. But hopefully, we continue to come together, and the awareness is brought to, and hopefully change continues to happen. A lot of good things has come from the Players Coalition. The money has been, put in from the NFL, from other communities. People kind of woke up and saw things they didn't see before. So I think a lot of more good will eventually come from it than bad.
Why didn't they film your conversation with those protesters, I wonder? Because that, I think, is what everything needed from the beginning. I've been literally saying this since day one of this whole thing, because I have a lot of friends, you included, but a lot of guys, and being in the locker room and feeling like, the connection to the culture and the community is a very real thing. It's almost like the misperception of what you guys were protesting versus how it was being spun was the problem day one. I mean, it was not a problem, by the way. It was not a problem, but it's like it did get just twisted in two different directions. That conversation you had with that Vietnam vet and those protesters would have been must-see. That would have been a must-see clip right there.
I agree 100%, but I think people were just so afraid to have that, just to even talk about those things. I don't know why, because it's like it's not a secret. Everyone knows the history of America. Everyone knows, what it's been. So it's not a terrible thing to talk about. You just got to talk about it at this point and try to get through things. We had, even beyond that, we had City Hall meetings, and Pete Ward and the whole front office of the Colts did a great job of just even bringing all us together and talking and having. And I had guys like who I would have never thought, even on my own team, would have supported me. Like Vinny hit me, like after one of our meetings with the ownership, and Vinny's like, "Hey man, like I don't want you to feel like you're selling out, man. Like do what you feel is right. Like this has been weighing on me. Like Luck has had this conversation. Like people, who I would think would look at it and be like, man, what the fuck are they? They don't know this. They're not dealing with that shit for real. But they really, had an ear and really kind of. So I think that was the biggest part that was missing. I think that's where the NFL dropped the ball in handling it because I think. For one, the owners know the players, and like what most of these players are doing in their communities, kind of their backgrounds, what they come from, and where they are now, what they're doing, the positive things that they're doing. So I think they should have stood behind their players and then kind of try to figure something out from there, as opposed to trying to shun them and kind of turn the fan base and a bunch of people against everyone else instead of just start having real conversations. And then you start, that's when you start really, promoting and having some change.
Hey, that shit was a PR nightmare, man. It was bad.
Oh, it was terrible. It was terrible.
I hit the little tiny little hammer off the anvil. Was one of the. I think I was the first one to do it, or second one to do it. I was there for the national. Anthem. That was my first time back in a stadium during the national anthem, right? And the place booed. The entire place was booing. I'm like, yo, this is a real situation.
Was that we played the Browns or the San Fran?
Browns.
Okay, so yeah, that was when a bunch of us knew. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. Yo. Okay.
Because even for it was tough because that wasn't my original protest. Even though I agreed with what he was protesting for, and I think that's another thing. With the perspective of, I would say the majority of white America, the sense that I got was that the issues that we were protesting, it wasn't right. Like we didn't you guys didn't feel like it was like an important enough issue.
Hey, don't you guys me? Hey, don't you guys?
Yeah, I'm not. I'm just saying for the people that I talked to, it's like okay, you can find another place to do it. You can find another time to do it. But if that same situation, let's say Colin started to kneel for how the veterans are being treated, when they come back home, I think he would have got a lot more support from even white America with him taking that stand.
By the way,
you know how things are with the LGBT community. If Michael Sam kneeled because of how the LGBT community is it would have just got a completely different. It wouldn't have been the same PR nightmare. It would have been handled differently. It would have been handled with more respect in a sense. And I think that was kind of a core issue that was also not talked about, and that was kind of the elephant in the room. Like a lot of people didn't think it was a big enough deal, like especially for millionaires, because people just think once you get this money, like everybody's making $20 million a year, and you just go into this fantasy world, and you don't deal with these issues anymore.
I think honestly, now granted, I mean, I guess you could weigh white people saying the oppression is a big enough problem. They saw it as disrespect to the military. If you're talking about just the basic white person in the middle of America that loves the NFL, all they were looking forward to was Sundays. That was their escape from everything. They were told that this was a disrespectful thing to the military, and once that happened, there was no coming back. Now, granted, I do believe that they should have seen that there is a real fucking problem, and I think, by the way, cameras that started coming out, police cameras and shit like that started happening, I think started opening more people's eyes. But once people thought that this was disrespect to the military, I think it lost them immediately, and that's why I think the NFL paying Colin Kaepernick just to make this whole thing disappear was their end game from day one. It was like, how much money can we pay this guy to make this shit end? I honestly think that happened, and I think that's why.
Oh, for sure.
I think
for sure. I was a part of that meeting last year with the owners, and that was pretty much the sense that I had coming into that meeting. Like, all right, what the fuck we got to tell you guys or say we're going to give you guys for you to get up off the meeting? We can talk about the issues at whatever point. You have a seat at the table with 11, 12 are the most powerful owners in the league. Like, obviously, they have you there for a reason. They're trying to come to some agreement, like right then and there. And once that didn't happen, then it was kind of okay. Now it's kind of then he brought the lawsuit and Eric Reed, so it was crazy. But I think they dropped the ball from the beginning. But hopefully it goes. It gets better.
I think some of this settlement, by the way, is going to go to more money to different groups and shit like that. I think that's a part of the settlement. I would assume that
for sure.
Colin
I think
Kaepernick
so.
is not signing that settlement unless there is an allotted amount of cash going back to the community, so that the situations where Larry Johnson sends a tweet saying he settled, he has a rebuttal to that. I would assume that his lawyers would do something. I would assume that's a part of the settlement. I don't think we'll ever hear about it, by the way, because they all signed NDAs, can't talk about it. Colin Kaepernick turned down $20 million to the AAFL. I assume that's because he knew that there was a large settlement coming within the next week or so, because those negotiations for settlements, that's a couple weeks in the making, negotiating. I don't think that is something that just came out of. Yeah, exactly. Do you watch the AAFL and have any thoughts about potentially playing quarterback there like I do?
No. I actually got offered a job to coach there kind of with Matt months ago. Hammer, you remember Hammer, my DB coach? He was supposed to be coaching on the team, and he called me, hey, got this new league starting, Coach Robo. I'm like, nah. I'll let you know. But actually watching it, I think it has some growth potential. It has some guys, it's a lot of our former teammates in there, just fighting for another opportunity. Guys are hungry. It's a development league, and they were smart by putting it on TV right after the Super Bowl, because everybody's so thirsty for somebody to get hit. So that was smart, and then having that big hit to start it off was huge for him. So hopefully they continue to gain some traction.
Personally, I think they should have waited a week, skipped a week, had an off week, build up the thirst even more. Then if you have that first weekend, if you have that big hit on the first weekend, then you're sitting in the money instead of looking for $250 million after week 2.
See, man, everybody doesn't fucking think like you, man. That's why you're in fucking WWE. You're a fucking genius. Everybody doesn't have one.
Let's talk about being a genius. D-Up Podcast. You're incredible on a microphone. I've always thought you were a very intelligent, smart, hilarious, and probably the most fluid athlete I've ever seen in my entire life. Are you enjoying the podcast, or how is it going? Why'd you get into it?
I'm enjoying it. Just kind of, how it is when you're in the NFL or you're in, whatever team, like you can only say certain things, don't want to ruffle feathers. So now I actually been in a position where you can say what you're really thinking and, not worry about those type of things. Was looking forward to that and just talking about a bunch of things that, I never really talked about, being transparent in some things. And, it's really still trying to find my niche with it. It's still brand new, but, I'm having fun with it. And that's the most important thing for me.
I think I told you this. Consistency is just the biggest thing on podcasts. You just got to show up. That's the biggest thing, and then you'll find your niche. We got a guy in this room named Zito. He ain't never found his niche, but he shows up every fucking day. One of these days I'll find it, though.
Day with his blinders on.
Yeah, he should keep his blinders on. Have you officially retired from the football, or if an NFL team was
No, it's done. I've retired. I haven't filed the paperwork, but yeah, I'm done. After probably week 6 or 7, I kind of told my agent, obviously unless some sweet came across the table, it was a wrap for me. But I'm enjoying the other side, spending a lot more time with my kids, being able to go to a lot more things that I wasn't able to go to in the past, and my fucking body feels great too.
Hey, congratulations are in store here, man. Congrats on an incredible career. I mean, that is.
Appreciate you, man.
You did a hell of it. You were I might have told this story the last time you were on the show. We would have these team meetings. Okay, they'd be on Wednesday, where Chuck would break down how we were going to beat every team from all 3 phases. Okay, so special teams would literally be like, Pat, we need no returns from this guy. Vinny, you need to make all your kicks. We need big returns. Blah blah blah. Every week, same fucking thing. It was special teams one, most boring one of all time. But the offense and defensive ones, I felt like, all right, here we go. I'm learning the football here a little bit. There was only one motherfucker that answered every question, and it was Darius Butler. You were the most studied guy on the defense, maybe even on our entire team, aside from Luck, who has photographic memory. What was your you put a lot of study, a lot of everything into the game of football, and I don't know if that ever gets talked about enough with Darius Butler. I'm being serious when I say that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, that was actually a fun part. A lot of people don't like that part of it, but that was a fun part of it. Is trying to figure out the answers beforehand and go into the game more prepared. That's how you really make plays on the offensive and defensive side of the ball. The more you study, And I learned that early from coaches. You know, I had some great coaches in the past. So a lot of great coaches that taught me how to watch film, how to study opponents. So I kind of carried that throughout my entire career. And so I was fortunate. That played a big role in a lot of the plays that I made. And, the players that last a long time is usually because of that. It's usually because of how they watch film, how they study, how they take care of their body, and things like that.
Okay, listen.
It's fun, though. It's a fun part of the game for me.
They're 3rd and 7 on their left 40. They're in this shot. And Darius would be like, it's going to the running back in the flat. That's correct. Yes. And then they'd be like, Vontae, what do you got here? Hey, I don't know, dog. I just got that guy. Hey, man.
My guy Vontae, man.
Hey, he just walked the fuck out at halftime. I said,
walk the fuck out. Hey, but honestly, Pat, if someone asked you 5 years ago, you had one teammate. If you don't have one teammate in the future that's going to walk the fuck out at halftime.
I'd probably say me.
So I played for the Buffalo Bills. Who would you pick? I wouldn't have picked you.
Oh, I appreciate that. I have no idea. I sent you a message. I think the next day I was like, "Yo, the fuck just happened with Vaughn?" It's the same day.
Same day. I got like 10 calls. Like, yo, is he all right? I called him. I talked to him. He's like, man, you know what, man? Timing is everything, man. Like, bro, I'm like, bro, I don't know if that was the right time. He's like, hey, man, you gotta live your life, man. But he's living, man. He's living.
He is.
He is lived in.
He is on social media one of the most hilarious followers right now. He said black folks on the slopes last week. He was he was skiing. That was his caption.
He was a beast too. He was hitting blues. He was hitting blues 2 days into it, man, on the slopes.
That was his actual caption.
Life, man.
He's a hilarious individual, hilarious retirement.
Absolutely.
I can't thank you enough for joining us, man. I'm going to check out the D Up podcast. Hey, by the way, at the beginning, you might suck. I mean, that's literally how it is and everything. We were terrible at the beginning.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
You just got to keep with it, man. You're so smart and so funny. You're going to figure it out, and you're going to be an incredible person on the microphone. Can't wait to watch you grow, brother.
Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you for having me, bro.
Hey, no problem. People ask me my favorite play in my entire career against Tennessee Titans at home. I coffin cornered one out at the 1. I think the next play you had a pick 6. We won because of it. You are always involved in my favorite play of all time. So I thank you for that.
Oh, yeah. My guy.
You were
always.
You became a pick 6 specialist there. Darius Butler became. You know why though? Because at slot, whenever you know the play that's coming, that is a pick 6 play every single fucking time.
Man, look, man, up corner period. If you got a good idea what's coming, and you can jump some shit. Because I mean, you had a disadvantage on defense. You got to react to the motherfuckers who already know they're going. Probably bigger and faster than you. So try to figure it out. So the more you know before that snap, shit, the better chance you got.
I appreciate you. Ladies and gentlemen, incredible career. He's going to be a monster on a microphone, Darius Butler. Thank you so much, man.
Hey. Appreciate you, bro.
See ya. Great work, D-Butt.
All right, man. Thank you, man.
Hey, you were incredible in there. Honestly, you're really, 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 really good. I'm excited to see what you do. You're a talented dude.
My God, appreciate it. I'm going to lean on you, man, so keep giving me that advice.
Yeah, do what you got to do. Literally, you'll find it. It's just like at the beginning. We sucked at the beginning. I couldn't even tell you. We were terrible. You just got to keep at it, and you'll find your flow. And hopefully, I've never met her, but hopefully Danielle gives you some softballs, too, where you can tee off, and you do the same for her. That makes you look good, too.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing, too, just finding out what it is I really want to fucking talk about, every week or every how often. Because some of the things I'm like, I don't really want to talk about this shit.
Don't have
talk
to
about fucking relationships and culture and So I might just get one where I stick to sports and talk to different athletes. You watch Gilbert Arenas or?
Yeah, I see some of his. Also, Kevin Garnett's got a pretty good little fucking thing going. All right, last thing before I let you go. AB, Antonio Brown, is the talk of not only the NFL, NBA, pop culture, everything for what's going on right now. Do you think he's sitting in a good position?
Oh, you know what? And it's tough. I mean, he's a great player. Great player, all-time great player. But you know how in football the old guys are in football. When you start, that distraction. When you have that distraction tag on you, that can be a bad thing. So you just got to keep producing at a high level. But I mean, Pitt kind of still has him by the balls right now. So he can be demanding the trade, but if they don't feel like they can find what they want for him, he'll be there, and that'll be a lot of friction there. So I don't know.
I think Rooney and AB met, and I guess Rooney said that he's open to trade discussions to kind of let it go. But he's calling himself he wants to call himself Mr. Big Chest now. Can we rate that on a nickname fucking scale? That's the worst I've ever heard.
From 1 to 10, it's Brick Tamlin. He saw a
Mr.
fucking
Big Chest?
Yeah, that's what he calls himself.
It's better than Ronald. He used to ask everyone, call
I
him
don't
Ronald.
know, man.
I like
was
Ronald,
better.
I
Ronald
think.
was much better. I like Ronald too. He was probably benching. He was like, call me Mr. Big Chest.
He's gonna come out and do he's gonna have a leg day. Yo, all right, call me Mr. Quad, Mr. Big Quad.
Yo, he is fucking hilarious. That hair, the mustache. I don't know what's up with AP right there, man.
All right, Darius, I appreciate you so much. I thank you so much. Ladies and
All right,
gentlemen,
man, no problem.
incredible football career, incredible podcast career that's about to kick off, Darius Butler. Hey, you see what just happened there, Darius? You just watched us. You watched me fuck up and not ask you a question and then make it happen. That's the beauty of podcasting.
That's how it goes right there. Crazy. I just learned something right there.
All right, I'll see you, brother.
I can edit that shit in.
Later, man.
I enjoyed hearing that. How about him sitting inside like the owners meeting when they were originally trying to talk about the whole thing and be like, how do we solve this as efficiently and best as possible?
It's
pretty
crazy.
That's pretty wild. That's like a scenario where I would look around and have one of those moments where, oh, holy shit, I'm in here trying to decide the fate of my players' brethren here in the owners. Like, I'm the one brokering. That's insane.
That is a crazy scene to think about. I love Darius, by the way. He's a cool dude.
Yeah, he's the man.
Cool guy. Great dad, too. Next, I never would have guessed. Like, I know when I said that to him in the interview, it was real. Like, he showed up, got 2 picks day one. It was like, welcome to the team. He was a hilarious dude in the locker room. Hilarious dude. And then all of a sudden in the offseason, he's like training, and then he's got like 100 kids just hanging out with him all the time. He's awesome. It was dad of the year type shit. He's a cool guy.
Yeah, you could tell he really liked to spend time with his kids too, with retirement and everything.
Yeah, true. And they asked me if I wanted to come coach. He basically said, I ain't fucking doing that.
I got some kids, man.
It is right, though, about Antonio Brown. Like, that distraction label is a big deal. Tim Tebow got it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like, that distraction label is a real thing. And although I think we're becoming a distraction league, though. Like, I think it was different times a couple years ago than it is now. Like, you got people... Somebody at the Giants just tweeted that nothing that's in my locker do I need. I think it was Landon Collins.
Yeah, he's done.
Yeah, he cleaned it out. Yep.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like OBJ, Landon Collins, Antonio Brown, like this, Lev Bell. Now, granted, I think this is going to become a pretty regular thing. Players are about to start really,
divaing it up.
You're seeing it in every sport. I mean, players are getting a lot more power, and they're taking a lot more responsibility upon themselves.
And the media loves to jump on this stuff. They love talking about the drama.
Love it. Reality, negativity hogs publicity, man.
They love it.
And I think you're going to start seeing players that are very talented start using leverage again. And it's not the first time. The Quarterbacks Club back in the day was something that was insane. That Elway, Marino, Kelly, those guys
Aikman,
they were negotiating their own deals with the NFL, the Quarterback Club. I mean, this is something that isn't new, but it's definitely starting to become much more prevalent. I'm excited to see how everybody deals with it.
Yeah.
Agents, players, NFL. I'm excited to see how those three deal with it. I have no idea how it's going to work. I know nobody that's good at football, though, is going to head to the AAFL. I'm joking. A lot of my old teammates did look good out there, but the football in general is bad.
Oh, yeah.
But it's football, man.
Yeah, I saw someone sum it up, and it was one of the things that I like to use to describe it. I mean, it really is just a showcase for a potential job in the NFL. It's a developmental league. It looks like a college all-star game at some points, almost like the Senior Bowl, almost. So it's really, you can't have that high of expectations. You just want to see these guys go out there and get another shot.
Yeah.
No, what you want to see is you want to see big plays, big shots, big. That's what you want.
Oh, that's what I want to
hits,
see,
yeah.
but that's not what you're gonna. You gotta level set. You gotta expect less.
Oh yeah. What you're seeing is opportunity at its finest for people. That probably would either be in the Arena League, which nobody watches,
Right.
or in Canada, which only has a limited amount of spots. When I did my math the other day, I said 32 teams with 4 quarterbacks each. I said 128. What I didn't add in was the Canadian Football League, and there's 2 to 3 quarterbacks on each roster too. So the quarterbacks that are in the AAFL are below.
I meant to say something about that.
Oh, where you're going to fact it.
I will say though, are you guys going to go to Apollo game while you're down there in Orlando?
Who?
The Apollos. That's where they play.
Who are the Apollos?
They play in Orlando. They're the football
AAFL
team.
team.
Double AF franchise down there.
Yeah.
Oh, I did not know that. I had no idea that was their name. That's on me.
Oh yeah, the Apollos, like space, because it happened.
No, but there's an indoor snowboarding.
The sun god.
Indoor snowboarding?
Yeah, probably going to do it tomorrow because our flight's a little bit later and we got nothing to do all afternoon.
Nice.
Yeah. Yes.
It'll be hard not to go hit the slopes.
Yeah, impossible. Yeah, I mean, I'll see you on the slopes tomorrow.
Don't let Foxy hurt himself.
Oh no, I'm good. I'm a good snowboarder.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Grew up on a country club. He probably is.
Yeah, I bet he's a good tuber. I don't know about snowboarder.
Hey,
Both.
I am a tuber now because I'm a dense motherfucker.
Yeah.
So that thing gets going with me on there. You know what
Oh,
I mean?
yeah.
Like all those videos of people just getting wiped out at the bottom. That is every time I'm on an air tube, I get going out of control like that. Like that back wall is me. I'm coming to that back wall because I'm thick, I'm heavy, and the ass kind of weighs me down. And it just gets going. It's what's that? Inertia?
Yeah.
Velocity equals mass times
Times
acceleration.
acceleration. Yep.
Yep, divided by 3.
VEM times A.
And I'll tell you what, down there, Seven Springs,
Oh yeah.
Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania ski resort.
Down there, foggy goggles, slaying for you, Bruce.
Next to Turtle Creek.
Nowhere near it. Up in the mountains. They had a tubing thing. That back wall did not deserve whenever the McAfee family came. Did not. Tim McAfee, that motherfucker was almost riding up the top of the fence in the back. It was a real collision. It was like bumper cars with that goddamn thing. You got like families like get out. The family's coming down.
It's like being told you're too old to trick or treat. It's like, all right, man, get another mountain. All right, get out of here. Go find your own slope somewhere else.
I've only went skiing once. I talked to the lady that called Indiana Disgusting about this, actually. I've only been skiing once. She's a big-time skier. Loves it.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Can your ankles handle it?
I think knees would be worse.
I thought like when you like go ice skating and stuff, like the inside of your ankles always hurt.
Outside of my shin.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but those boots in skiing and snowboarding would cause that muscle that I have there to lock up immediately as soon as I put that thing on.
You got tape up.
No, I think I got to do that roller thing.
Oh yeah.
Roll it out.
Yeah, I saw a lot of my teammates used to do it. Never tried it. I'm sure it's something very important.
In the famous words, ludicrous.
But exactly. Roll out. He did say that. Let's get like Luda and roll out. The Mauro Ronaldo made a McAfee virus joke.
Oh,
Really?
Come
I
on.
missed it.
Low
I
fringing. Oh, man.
Yeah, but I didn't even hear it. Who knows what I was doing? And I guess he said it, and I just gave him crickets. And I got made fun of pretty heavily backstage for just leaving him hanging.
Well, he deserved it after saying something like that. Come on, be a professional.
He put a sentence together with 5 SAT words in it, and it was a 7-word sentence, and I did not understand a single word he said. Felt like I was talking to Andrew Luck again.
Oh, yeah.
That's what it felt like. I've only been skiing one time, though, and it was with my roommate, Reed Williams, in college. He's from Moorfield, West Virginia, which is out in the middle of nowhere in West Virginia. Great town, by the way. Been there, love the people, but they would even tell you, middle of nowhere. You drive through mountains, and then a town pops up, and it's filled with hilarious individuals, and it's Moorfield, West Virginia, and he owns a mountain in Moorfield, West Virginia. So he wanted us to go skiing at a place called Snowshoe, which was like 45 minutes away from Morgantown, West Virginia. Where all the cool kids went here. This is where all the cool kids went in the winter. I'm not a snow person. I'd rather be in the living room with a gas mask, but if we're going to go, that's what everybody's going to do on it. So we go. We rent skis from WVU. They give us skis. They have like this little deal for people to go. You get this. Do the little thing. We go up the goddamn lift. He has no idea where he's going. We got a flask he's got a flask in his jacket. There's a couple other teammates of ours as well. Nate Sowers is there, other teammate, and another teammate. Reed's kind of leading the way because he's been here before with other cool people. So Reed knows.
Yeah, he's like the tour guide now for the newbies.
By the way, Reed is a man that you would follow. Like, if Reed's doing something, you're like, yeah, I'm going to follow this guy.
Yeah, trusted.
Like, yes. Academic All-American in college.
Oh,
Valedictorian, the whole thing. Like, very smart guy, cool guy. If he's saying let's do something, I'm going to do it anyways. But on the slopes, where I've never been, definitely going to do it. We turned right down a trail. It was a black diamond.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Reed.
It was a black diamond. And we get there, and you go down this trail. It's downhill, the trail, to get to it, because the lift takes you all the way to the top of the fucking, the peak of the goddamn thing. You go down this trail, and it pops open, and you're just waiting, and, like, there's just, like, an open area, and there's nobody else there, obviously. There's many other places to go. And we sit there, and it's called The Face. It was actually called The Face. And it was just straight fucking down. It was
just the face of the fucking mountain.
It's a free fall.
Called The Face. So we all stop, and we obviously, we talk shit amongst each other and also, tour guide.
Yeah, you're not going to go, you fucking pussy.
No, that wasn't even it. It was, how did we end up here?
Oh, yeah.
It wasn't like you're soft for not doing it. It was like, we're in a bad spot. So Reed, it was one of the most epic things I've seen. It was like a movie. It was literally like a movie. Takes the flask out of his jacket, takes like a swing of it, shuts it, throws it to my other teammate, does the jump, right down, gets about maybe a quarter to a third of the way down the face. We're talking man down, okay?
Yard sale.
His skis, by the way, sticking into the fucking thing. Like, go down. You've got to climb back fucking up to get it. So he goes down. He finally gets like his bearings. He's sitting at like halfway down the face. He looks tiny to us. He's only halfway down there. He looks fucking tiny. And he basically just sits there and like looks up. So the person who had the flask, it was like a movie again, takes a swing, throws it to somebody, and fucking straight down. Same thing. I think they got even shorter, like boom, boom, boom down. So they're like 3/4 down on the left. Reed's like halfway down on the right. I end up being the last person. And it's like a lane of my friends scattered. And I was at the top of the fucking mountain. They were all like looking up at me. At this point, it's the shit talking.
Yeah. Come on, you motherfucker.
Let's go,
come on, you punk bitch. Nice
Exactly.
go keg shirt, asshole.
Exactly. We had one of our guys. It was like 3/4 of the way down there. He looked like a fucking the downsizing movie. He looked so small from where I was, and I did this. I did the finish the thing.
Yep. Yes.
Put in my jacket. Did the same jump that they did, but I ain't got the chance to watch 4 pieces of film.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Right? What I learned was when they tried to do like the real skiing shit,
Yeah.
that's when they went down. So in my head, we're going straight the fuck down this thing, locked and loaded.
Oh, yeah.
So I literally did the jump thing and did like what I've seen in the Olympics. Like I just tried to tuck as hard as I could. I got a good base with these legs, and I just fucking tucked straight down the fucking hill. And I'm talking about whizzing by my whiz like
Just breaking the sound barrier.
flying. Dude, I get down to the bottom where there's like a lobby down there. All the way down the bottom, straight through, just like the fucking tube, straight.
Have you moved at all? Have you broken form at all yet?
No, locked in the entire way, all the way down, and I get to the bottom, like all the way through. People like had to stop and they had to like throw their shit because I was flying.
Yeah, right past the slow signs and everything. Yeah.
Yeah, flying through, like, excuse me, like that type of thing. I get all the way to the end. None of my friends are there with me. I don't know any of these yuppie ski people. So I don't know how to undo my skis. I sit down on like a bench. And I just see my friends fucking hiking up the mountain trying to get all their shit. And then they end up walking all the way down. And then we left after that. Everybody's like, fuck this.
Yeah, no.
That was my only time skiing. And it's a wild scene.
Well, you're 1 for 1.
I think so.
That's a win, right?
I think you consider that 1 for 1. I think you would. But that could end up really bad. I was going real fast there. I mean, that thing just does one little thing, probably college career. Oh, if I had to guess, Zion.
Yeah.
Yeah, then again, though, you look at that. You dedicate 10,000 hours to skiing, you're probably Bodie Miller right now if you decide to do that.
Hey, we'll find out tomorrow if those 10,000 hours start.
Yep. Yep.
Here in Orlando. All right. That's about it. I'm done with this. You guys up?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Actually, you know what? Yeah.
Sending you into what is Thursday tomorrow? Sending you into Friday's Heartland Radio 2.0 with Friday Bangers and to the weekend and to the end of the St. Patty's 2019 sale.
20% off.
Is an interview with a man who is hilarious. And I've learned that offensive linemen tend to be pretty hysterical human beings.
The best.
In the trenches. I told you.
With Zeke. In the Trenches with Zeke was a blog series that died quickly.
2 blogs. 2 great blogs.
Had a little bit of a run, though. Had a little bit of a run.
You hired Gumpy.
Oh,
Yeah, let's go.
Hashtag Endgame. Hashtag Endgame. Send a tweet to Gumpy. Telling him, hello. He's a good guy.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, we're going international.
Mm-hmm.
We got a Cuban from Chicago.
Oh, yeah.
And a Canadian from Canada.
We hired the only guy in Canada who doesn't like hockey. It's great.
And that's hockey talk again.
Yeah, exactly. Here's Nick Mangold.
Ladies and gentlemen, joining us now, had an 11-year career in the NFL. Every human I've talked to about this man has described him as one word and one word alone, and that's a legend. He retired last spring. He has an incredible beard, an incredible personality. Very lucky and thankful he's here. Ladies and gentlemen, Nick Mangold.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Hey, incredible beard. That thing has become a staple of the Nick Mangold, and I don't know how you do it, but I respect the hell out of it.
Well, I appreciate that. You know, I think the biggest thing for me is, and when that time came, it's like beard time, right?
Yeah. Yep.
You just stop caring what you look like.
Yeah.
That's how it works. Like, that's how you get it going and then get the flow, and you get to a point where you can then, every once in a while have to get trimmed up a little bit.
A lot of offensive linemen that I know, the NFL season consists of this same pair of sweats every day, the same hoodie every single day, take them off, flush and repeat at night when you sleep, go in for like 6 months straight. Mm-hmm. Were you that type of guy, or were you did you come flexing into
No, I was definitely that type of guy. You remember the old Reebok gray sweatshirts?
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Those I was with Reebok at the time when they were going to get rid of me. I had some money left over. Bought out like all the sweatshirts. I have boxes and boxes of those sweatshirts, and they're amazing because they're the best sweatshirt ever. So that, a t-shirt, mesh shorts, flip-flops, I'm in the building.
What do people not know about being in the NFL that you think like you've learned from your last year being retired, people chatting with you? I'm assuming yesterday I saw you at Radio Row. You were bouncing around like 35 different places. Everywhere you were, people looked engaged and were laughing. You're an electric human being. What do you think you've been telling people like about your experience in the NFL that they might not expect?
I think the biggest experience that a lot of us have that gets ripped from us is the hot and cold tub. People are blown away by the fact that you have a hot and a cold tub right next to each other, and then you can just go in the shower, into the locker room, it's right there. And they just it blows your mind because everyone's always like, well, why would you want to be in cold?
It's delightful.
Hey, Chip Kelly came out swinging against that. They brought that new science in. The cold tub does. I don't know if it's Chip Kelly. It was his little nutritionist guy, his sports science guy. Compression, I guess, is the actual move because the cold is supposed to flush your blood, right? It's supposed to flush it out. And I'm a cold tub guy myself. I go in there 11, 12 minutes. Nothing above the waist, though. Nipples can't touch. I get too chilly.
No? You never got... What about belly button?
Belly button sometimes had to, depending on the height of the cold water.
Right, because you get the big guys that come in, it goes up.
Yeah, exactly. You guys,
You plan for, just getting the waist in, and next thing you know, you're sitting there.
One of yous comes in.
Yeah, one of these guys. Come rolling in and have a grand old time in the cold tub.
Speaking of big guys, I appreciate what you've done. Have you lost weight? Because I don't like the linemen that get out of the league and then they immediately lose 100 pounds.
Yeah, they look like meth heads,
It's the worst.
dude.
It's crazy. I can't do that because I can't run. Like it's just not a thing. So
It's not in the cards.
Not in the cards anymore. I did it. I'm done. I was coaching a second grade flag football team, right?
Awesome.
And,
Okay.
we're going out, and at first practice, I'm there. It's like 5 other dads, and we're getting ready. You always run the kids on a lap before they stretch. Like that's just
warm 'em up.
classic.
Mhm.
That's
Yeah.
classic football. And so they're like, all right, let's get them going for a lap. And everybody kind of looks at me like I'm going to be leading the lap. I'm like, no. One of you guys got to do it.
Hey, somebody run these damn kids, huh?
Yeah.
Somebody run these damn kids.
We were talking to Taylor Lewan last week, little Michigan lineman. You're an Ohio State man yourself. Any OSU Michigan stories you got for us? A little bar fight,
Are you
baby?
all in on that?
Yeah, all in completely. So no bar fights yet. But so I'm getting recruited out of college, right? And
Here we go.
And so we're sitting there, and you're getting letters, and you get all these little flyers, and like, hey, University of Nebraska is the best place ever, and like, hey, fill out your information, give us, that way we have a file for you. So we're doing all this, and we're going through. I end up getting offered from Notre Dame and Ohio State. Those were my 2 offers. Went with Ohio State, and rest is history. But I signed my letter of intent.
Great history.
Yeah. Right? Signed my letter of intent. I'm sitting there bullshitting in my coach's office, and we're sitting there talking. I was like, Coach, I got letters and little things from every school. Like we're talking, West Coast, even University of Hawaii, like all these schools. I'm at least getting a piece of paper that says, hey,
Hey,
we're
we know you.
Yeah. And I said, but I never received anything from Michigan. Like I don't get it. He goes, oh no, you got a lot of stuff from them. I just threw it all away.
The whole fucking thing. The guy that's responsible for basically in his football life to get him a college scholarship. Oh yeah, you definitely get Michigan stuff. That is a magical moment.
It was amazing. I was like, well, that's true. I would not go there, but at least I would have had known.
Yeah.
But it makes for a better story.
Yeah, you got to build the hate pretty young too. Clearly,
It starts. I think it's in the water.
Are you still all in on it? You hate Michigan?
Yeah, I hate Michigan. I found that there's some relatively decent Michigan men that I can at least handle.
Tom Brady.
I don't know about Tom. I haven't decided that yet. Dave Harris is one of them.
Okay.
Longtime linebacker for the New York Jets.
Oh, yeah.
Wait. I was gonna say, we'll wait, man. If you need some
Did
time.
you play with Braylon?
Braylon? Yeah. Braylon was a
Michigan
character.
guy.
He is a Michigan guy. He's a character, though.
What was we had Rex Ryan here earlier. I'm not sure if we've aired this yet with Rex or not. What was the Rex Ryan era in New York like?
Well, I think the era has 2 eras: Fat Rex and Skinny Rex.
Okay, let's talk about
All
it.
right. So Fat Rex was hilarious. Was funny. Was boisterous. All over the map. And we go to 2 back-to-back AFC championships.
Yep.
He then decides to lose weight. Maybe put a jinx on us, and we haven't been back to the playoffs.
oh boy!
So I think it's the Rex Ryan jinx.
Have you ever explained this to him? Like, hey, do you know that your little health thing really screwed everything up for us?
I told him, I was like, I want Fat Rex back. Like that would be great.
We have some friends, by the way, much better when they're fat than when they're skinny. I think it's a natural thing. Happiness equates to confidence, which equates to winning. Right. Yeah, I agree.
Like that. That's good. Write that down. That should be on a t-shirt.
We are in the merch
go.
business. This will probably be a shirt before the next 10 minutes.
Perfect. Love it.
What do you do now?
I got 4 little ones at home. So I'm doing dad and pretty hard. I'm the Manny.
That's a shirt. Let me write that. Yeah. That's another shirt.
And it's a lot of fun being able to catch up with my kids on stuff that I missed, while we were playing, and just trying to figure out what else I can do with food and all kinds of other tailgating crap.
Oh, you're a chef?
I'm a cook.
You just haven't gone to school yet.
I didn't go to school.
What's your favorite thing to make?
So I'm big into barbecue.
Let's go.
Fun fact, Ron Heller was an offensive line assistant coach for us, played in the league for like 13 years. Comes in, he's a certified barbecue judge in Montana.
Let's go.
Oh, the things he taught me, the way his passion for the barbecue. So for me...
What do you smoke? You smoke them?
Smoking, yeah, big green egg.
I heard
I got one of those.
amazing.
Yeah.
I have no
What
idea.
size did you go?
It seems like it's this big.
Well, no, it's supposed to be round. They're all about the same height.
Well, I didn't know if there was, but it's a pretty. I mean, I can hug, but it's a stretch.
Okay, so you probably got the large rocking.
I think so. Yeah,
so-
I've never used it. I have no idea.
Why?
I don't know what to do, man. I can barely cook pancakes.
All right. Well, then we need to teach you on the Big Green Egg because that needs.
Do you have YouTube clips or anything like that? Do you film yourself cooking?
Like Wolfwork used to do?
No. Vince in that overall without a T-shirt.
Yeah.
That's a piece of man.
Hey, we got to get you doing that.
Yeah,
Hey, were you that guy on your team?
No.
Were you a quiet guy in the locker room? Funny guy, big guy, open guy?
The funny guy.
Talk guy.
Talk guy.
Gotcha.
Yeah, let's tell stories.
Well, we need that guy.
Yeah, you have to have that guy.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun to be able to, because you collect, and then as you get older, so you have like I walked uphill both ways to school.
Yeah.
Ate mud and loved it.
Of course.
Yeah, and then you're telling these kids that are coming out, they're like 20, 21, they're like, I don't believe that happened.
Yeah.
What do you mean your playbook wasn't on an iPad? I was like, well, when I was playing, there wasn't an iPad. It wasn't even invented yet.
Yeah, we had to write it.
Yeah, we had to write things down. They had to make copies of things.
3-a-days too back in the day. 2-a-days.
I never got to 3 days. 2-a-days. I had 2-a-days.
Do you think the current football is soft the way it's set up? Do you think the NFL is going to struggle long term by the way it's set up?
I think they're having a hard time with having guys ready to go.
I think so too.
You look at guys and when they can practice, they play better. But it's like when you look at an injured guy, who's taking 1 rep at a time, it takes him a quarter to get back into game mode. So if you're missing those practices, it's going to hurt you. It's going to hurt the game long term, especially with all the rules they're putting in and everything.
Speaking of tough, coming up into a game that you have to face Brockers, Sue, and Aaron Donald. Are you excited? Or are you just not looking forward to that at all?
I'm excited because I know it's going to be a battle. It's going to be
because they have to face him too.
Yeah.
Like they in their mind they're like, we got Nick Mangold too. The other, ain't that right?
Ain't that right?
Yeah, with that goddamn beer and some barbecue down there.
Put him down a little bourbon, he'll let you go right on by. But yeah, it was always exciting because if you want to be the best, you have to go against the best, and it's a great opportunity.
Who's the hardest that you've
Big
ever?
Vince.
Vince Wilfork?
Oh yeah, definitely.
He started swimming there late too. He all of a sudden got faster. That was like his new workout plan was he was swimming and then he got faster.
Somehow he got faster. His explosion off the ball is amazing for being he's 3-something, and just being able to shoot off.
Possibly
the ball.
4 there for a little bit too.
For a little bit, yeah. There was
some big
Vince overalls.
But he was also strong, so it was tough.
Speaking of strong, isn't your sister like? Am I wrong with this? She's like an Olympic lifter, right?
Yeah.
Like I think I've seen videos of her on the internet lifting more than I could ever think about lifting. Is she still doing that?
Well, she competed in the London Olympics, and
wow, that's awesome. Did you go?
I went out there. It was a real quick hitter because it's during training camp.
Yep.
So I had to call Mr. Johnson and ask for permission to get out of there.
My sister's lifting a lot of weights over
for the country
across the pond.
Yeah.
Hey, can I get your plane too?
Yeah. Well, that would be nice.
Yeah.
Then they claim salary cap. Anytime you ask for
everything.
It's like, that gets covered on the salary cap, so we can't do that, Nick. I'm like, what do you mean?
You owners writing these rules just to cover your ass so you don't
cover it up.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's take the helicopter.
She's still doing it though? She's still into it?
Yeah, she's coaching now, I think.
Were you like did it feel like you were a cheerleader? Like is there anything comparable to watching your sister compete in the fucking Olympics?
No, I think other than competing in the Olympics, I think that would be.
Are you gonna be a curler?
No. Although I've heard good things.
I think we could do it.
You think we can do it?
It's like cornhole, but on ice.
I can do that.
Did you guys have cornhole in the locker room?
Not in the locker room, surprisingly, because we actually have a great locker room for cornhole, so that's shocking to me. We didn't really have anything. It was kind of a sparse area.
Jets fan forever?
Jets fan forever. Have to be. My little guy is now 8, and he's full on Jets, Jets. So he's in it. He's
teach him a lot about losing.
They might get Lev Bell.
So he's had a rough 8 years of fandom, but I keep telling him it's going to be this year, and I'm going to hopefully raise him as an optimistic Jets fan instead of pessimistic.
Pessimistically optimistic.
And he's got Sam Darnold for his whole entire life, probably, hopefully. Correct?
You look at a kid that was born in Boston 18 years ago. He's watching Tom Brady in the Super Bowl 9 out of those 18 years. Yeah. What if that is my kid's Sam Darnold plays 9 out of his 18?
Yeah, obviously. I think Sam Darnold easily could be the next Tom Brady.
For sure. It's
no
easy.
problem.
No pressure
Especially
whatsoever.
with Adam Gase.
Like it's going to happen. You might as well bet.
Your kid is lucky to be in the position he's in right now. This next decade's going to be awesome when Sam's just like Tom Brady.
It's going to be fantastic.
Nick, we appreciate you so much.
Thank you very much.
I can't wait to learn how to cook.
Yeah, it'll be good.
Yeah, because of you. It's going to be awesome. Do you have a signature recipe?
Yeah, I got a brisket that's pretty solid. Pulled pork with my own barbecue sauce.
Oh,
Cookbook is your next
Pulled
venture.
pork. Cookbook.
yeah.
It's
Why
a
don't you
pulled
make
pork's
like
a good one.
Nick Mangold makes
yeah, but it could be like an audio. I guess that's on a book.
like a pop-up book.
I don't know. In my head, I
for a cookbook. Yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
in my head I
Get
see.
destroyed.
Oh yeah.
It's so much fun.
They
You
don't
open
last
it up
long.
like, oh, this is great. And then by the next time you read it, like it's all torn up.
It's like crinkly. Yeah, I know what you mean.
And then pages are like you can't open them because they're all tangled into each other.
But they got you to buy the book.
Yeah.
They were smart.
Yeah, I had a 3D TV when it came out.
Did you?
Immediately.
Oh.
Walked right into Best Buy as high as I have ever been in my entire life. It was the one that was up on the platform that you're not supposed to buy. You know, like that's the one they're trying to get you to buy. And the guy caught me. He could see me, and he just gave me the little glasses. He was like, "Look at this," and they played Planet Earth on there. And I felt like I was in the safari with the gazelle. I was like, "I'll take one." I've never used it at home, not a once.
They
did I
got
ever use
Planet
it.
Earth lined up for people
Oh,
like
yeah.
you.
For
when
me,
they walk in.
They
Yeah.
saw me walk in, look at his eyes. Get that guy some glasses. Let's go and get him that 3D thing.
You're gonna hook him.
Hey, we appreciate you, Nick.
All right,
thank you
thank
so
you,
much,
appreciate
man. Good luck to your kids' fanhood with the Jets.
Yeah. Well, I got a lot of hope. That's what I got to go with.
Yeah, that's all we have here.
It's all we have here.
You're the man.
Awesome.
Thank you,
Thank
Nick.
you. Appreciate it.